Alright. See the bouncing back between Xenosaga and Xenoblade? Yeah. I'm pretty sure there's not much between Xenosaga and Xenoblade, other than like some general, like, yeah, they're sort of tied together. Not much. I think it's like Fable, and maybe like I guess the one I missed on the way here, Black Magic. I think that's about it. So, not much. All right, set the timer. All right, I'm gonna mute the mic for a bit when Ages faction. Thank you.
Yes, you are an outsider too, albeit one with power to change your world. I think the slaves in the pirate lair would greatly appreciate your skill in defense. And I would make great use of your confidence. You inspire me to think of the possibilities, not just the problems. I'm gaining an appreciation for the person you are becoming. Perhaps we should speak on these matters again sometime. Be well, my friend.
What? What do you want? What are you asking me for? You've got everything you need to make that flying machine go. So, let's go already. I'm looking forward to getting to the Imperial City. They've got the cheapest wine in all the Empire. And plenty of it. Meh.
Something's on your mind? Of course, I was just thinking about things. Gao richly deserved his death, but I'm not sure I ever really expected it to happen. Three years. 3 long years of tracing these slavers to their master, only to find that there were more above him. I also found a strong ally, but I'm not sure if the greater consolation lies in your ability, determination, or beauty. I look forward to finding out. That makes 2 of us. I'll keep you informed as we deal with Gao's masters. They'll be harder to chase down.
I've already played the GameCube versions. Yeah, Fantasy Star Online 1 and 2 are long gone at this point. Yeah, I think the Xbox one has a bunch of weird colors for some reason. The green ones are just ones that are like on other consoles, or I'm gonna play on other consoles like PS2 for the most part. That's where my majority of my of my collection is on. Yeah, green is duplicate. I don't know why I made all these other ones like red or orange. I forget why I was doing that. Doing something there, but yeah, I'm pretty sure Fable's the only one that's not one I have to return back to. Well, for Fable, I'm playing the Fable. I mean, Fable's a tricky one, right? Because there's the anniversary one, and then there's the lost love, or the lost whatever the hell, the expanded version of Fable. I imagine there's probably not enough differences between those two to play both. Lost Chapters, yeah, so it's probably better to just go with the anniversary. So that's the upgraded version. So that one probably makes more sense to play over the Lost Chapters. So as far as I can see, information-wise, they're basically the same game. Like, anniversary is Lost Chapters, but like, you know, on the 360 kind of thing. So I'll probably just play anniversary. Obviously, Lost Chapters and original Fable. It's just like, it's original Fable with some extra content, so... Yeah, pretty much. And I gotta return back to that one, because I missed that one on the way through. I do have a copy of it now, so... I can play it eventually. I just have to, like, find a spot to throw it in. How'd you track Gao?
Gao's slavers took my daughter, Pin Mei, and I was able to follow them. Fortunately, they
It
didn't
wasn't
go
too
to our
much. It was like
tracks. I chased them down,
50
trying to
bucks or
reach her.
something.
I was too late. Pin Mei was spirited.
Canadian.
And I'm sure she fought them. I believe they decided she was too much trouble and killed her. 5 years old. And
5 years
ran her
old, Jesus.
through. I found her dead by the roadside and stopped my pursuit. By the time I cared to continue my chase, the slavers were long gone.
It's terrible. I'm starting to bring this up. Yeah, I know, right?
It's fine. Thank you for your concern, but for the most part, I've come to terms with her death. But why dwell on this?
Let's go finish
Gao
this
is
food before it
dead.
gets cold.
Perhaps Pin Mei has found some peace. That's what really matters. That and what we still have to accomplish. You're right, but we have to pick our time, and now isn't it. We can talk about this later. When you say the word, we're ready to leave. I'm looking forward to seeing the Imperial City again. I appreciated the hectic pace when I was there. When we reach the Imperial City, we'll have a whole host of new problems. You have to love a challenge. Always happy to help.
The way is clear to the Imperial City. You need only to speak to our mad friend Kang, and he will prepare the flyer. That is an old wound. My departure from the Lotus Assassins was not gentle for either side. My immediate companions, those who were my brothers, fell by my hand.
Lim was not among them. He would have died if he was. I was labeled as the one who deserted, and I am occasionally recognized. The result is always the same. Another death, more blood spilled. Such a waste for a hatred they cannot even understand. Regret. I have no regret for killing anyone who challenged me of their own will. Death is a measurable cost of your actions. Some earn it sooner than others. Strength is the way of things, and death is the end, or should be. Some do not respect either. They have enough of one to defy the other.
There is a place for the enforcer, the man or woman who brings death to those who have earned or otherwise deserve it. I consider that to be an honest calling.
I did some harsh things while with the Lotus Assassins, but they no longer follow a path I recognize. They are a mirror of Death's hand, and he embodies corruption. You will see as you get close to him. He draws out the worst in everyone and displays it for all to see. Ignorance does not make truth go away. It only hides it. Perhaps we will talk again when I see more of where your path will lead you. For now, we should make our way to the Imperial City. That is where they took your master, and where we will find the heart of the Lotus Assassins.
You have your map and your flyer is ready to go. I don't know what else you want to do here. I suggest we get on our way as soon as possible. I'm not really looking forward
Sounds
to getting
different
back
here.
to the Imperial City, but it appears both of our paths lead there.
It's like we did the take, or somebody else is doing this.
Goodbye then.
Prosperous tidings. What can humble Ho do to assist you today?
Would you marry your wife if she's so
Like
built?
many things in my life, it can be traced back to very bad luck on my part. As I mentioned once before, I was a master of the drunken master style.
That explains
I
it.
was the tournament champion in Phoenix Gate when things spun out of control. My need for wine took its toll on my body. There are long periods I don't even remember. After one such period, I came to, having lost most of my clothes and all my money. I was destitute, and without the ability to buy more wine, I couldn't even fight.
So you sold your body, is what you said. Mm-hmm. One is a dangerous companion.
Eventually, I found work cleaning out creature cages at the local arena. One day, I was approached by a man who remembered seeing me fight. He offered to sponsor me. Just like that, I was back in the ring. After climbing my way back to the top of the tournament, my sponsor told me it was time to fulfill my end of the bargain.
What was it you had to do?
Apparently, the agreement stipulated that I must marry his niece. If only I had read the agreement more closely, I could still be shoveling dirt in the creature cages.
Dirt.
Alas, fate had a crueler path in mind for me. Let that be a lesson for you. Always read the fine print, or you may end up with more than you bargained for. Perhaps in a little while. Memories of my wife are difficult to bear, especially when she is so very far away and I may never see her again.
I'm sure he's ecstatic going back to the Imperial capital. I'm sure she'll be a lovely woman.
As you wish. I will be here waiting impatiently if you require anything.
Maybe it'll be a surprise. Maybe she'll be like absolutely beautiful. It's like, how the hell be like the kindest person ever? But no. She's gotta look like Mother.
What do you want? Okay.
At the end of the day, he defeated himself. Yep. Alright, is there any other quests we need to turn in here? Well, this one we can't do, and this one I'm assuming we're just gonna... Yeah, we're gonna meet her in the Imperial City. Let's got one more follower in the main list, and then, like, a bunch of question mark ones. I don't know why they have this, like, random, like, line between these two sets here. I guess it makes sense, yeah, because this set here is, like, these aren't followers that can help you in battle. These are just, like the merchant or the access to minigames and travel. And these ones are actually ones that you can use in battle.
Zenbu is always happy to serve you.
If you want the marvelous dragonfly to work properly, leave me be.
Is there anything left to get in the town unless I want to buy that that staff, which I mean I'm not gonna be spending points into it, so I think we're good with one weapon. Not quite maxed out, but we're getting close. Let's go.
That's it. You have everything you need. Just let me know when you want to go, and we'll set the marvelous dragonfly to flight.
Yeah, what we need. Let's go to the Imperial City.
Good, good. My beautiful dragonfly will finally get a real test. Let's hope those modifications hold up.
Attack. It's good to give you the option of skipping the minigame stuff, but it's part of the fun. Sucks you have to mash the button until you get the first upgrade. That hurt. Oh god. Coming from behind is... Did it. hate how the triple attack, you have to mash the buttons again. You don't get the auto attack. This is definitely the best shmup. I'm pretty sure the best RPG shmup is Nier. The Nier games. Those are the best RPG shmups. There's actually a couple of Toho games. Imagine those are pretty shmuppy. Yeah, that's right, Sigma Star Saga.
Have you
When's that
seen
coming up?
anyone matching the description?
Not too far.
These assassins are getting impatient.
They were very vague and wouldn't answer my questions. Are they even sure of who they are looking for?
Does it matter? Death's Hand himself seeks this one. Do you need any more incentive than that? Just question everyone. This person apparently caused a lot of damage in the south. Here, what about this one? At least it's a woman, like they said. You, identify yourself.
By order of the Emperor and the Lotus Assassins, state your name and purpose for being in the Imperial City.
Let's just give her actual name. With the Lotus Blossom. Simple Traveler. Either we piss them off or we, like, give them our actual name. Where's the lie option where we just give another name?
We are questioning everyone who has arrived in the city recently. You bear a resemblance to someone we are looking for.
I don't know. The long hair, the purple clothing, very similar. It's not enough to be sure.
We could hold her anyway. It's not a good match, but the Lotus Assassins would leave us be for a few days while they question her.
Is there a problem here, Captain? Well, is there?
It's Sly Fox.
No, Princess Leanne. We were questioning this traveler by order of the Lotus Assassins.
There is no need to pursue this questioning any further. You may go.
My apologies, Princess, but I was ordered to detain anyone even vaguely matching.
Captain, this woman is here on a personal matter of mine that does not concern you. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Princess Leanne.
Then unless you wish to be transferred to the wall, you will leave and continue your search. Well, we meet again. I've watched your progress. It seems I underestimated you in Tian's Landing. I have no doubt that you will make as much of an impact on the Imperial City.
Interesting guys, but what name should I refer you?
No guys, I assure you. You have the honor of addressing Princess Leanne, the Heavenly Lily. It is, as you can see, customary to bow in my presence.
Of course, forgive me, Princess.
Somehow I did not expect you to kowtow so quickly. Or maybe I just hoped you wouldn't. I get so tired of fawning servants. That is why I often travel without official escort and occasionally present myself as someone less bridled by the rules of the court. You understand why I don't go into detail here in the street, don't you? With what I have to tell you, I don't want to lose that option of disguise.
Where's Princess Leanne? Should we talk elsewhere?
That would be best. I trust the servants I keep, but this is best discussed away from the open street. I will not speak the location aloud. Take this note. We will meet nearby, but I must have a moment to acquire more fitting attire.
I know your attire seems to be fitting pretty well. Where's Princess? At your convenience. Rendezvous with the Princess, such a scandal.
Very well, we will continue speaking later. I'm sure we both have questions that need answering. Don't be too long. My message concerns your master, and time is very important.
It would not have been proper for her to award it to you herself, but Princess Sun Lian requests that you accept this gift. She looks forward to your next meeting.
Imperial favor. Autosave. Chapter 3, wherein the Imperial City is revealed. Silk Fox reveals her station, and Lotus assassins are infiltrated. The marvelous dragonfly bears you away from the Tian's landing towards the Imperial City. The fall of the Gao the Greater and the Assassin Lim will have far-reaching consequences. Enemy will not let your actions go unanswered. Terrible forces gather ahead, as you draw close, you'll leave your mark, surely as you have left yours. Says the... As if they kept this in the quest log. I can't even do this one anymore unless I can go back. Maybe I can go back now that we have that ship, but either way, I'm not gonna be like going closed fist unless I go like I just completely like do a 180 and start doing closed fist stuff from here on out. Silk Fox is in fact Princess Sun Lian, Heavenly Lily, the daughter of the Emperor Sun Hai, and heir to the throne in the Jade Empire. She seems to have developed a personal interest in you, although she is clearly adept in manipulating others to further her own goals. It may be a challenge to get along with such a strong-willed individual.
There is something here. Some evil thing has happened here. It beats on my mind, and the Guardian, he can't hold it back.
It's the other.
You can't stop me from being here.
Great angle, by the way.
I may not be able to leave, but I can talk and see. I see you, mortal. I've been watching you.
My eyes are up here. You must be the other.
I am Yasen, the other of whom Chai-Ka and this girl speak. They have suppressed me ever since we inhabited this body, but this place is different. The evil around me has given me strength, for now at least, and has opened potential doors. I don't claim to goodness, mortal. I hate your kind. But we can work together. If you help me, I shall help you. And I'll be much more valuable than the Guardian.
No, she's possessed. She's possessed by two beings. Like good being and an evil being, you know. Typical stuff. What about the girl?
Bah, who cares about her? She's just another insect. This is about what I can offer you when the time comes. What? No! Chai-Ka! You won't make me go! No!
Wo okawunir inatir nofun. Panir shakir wo sir nikorpak.
I'm sorry. They were fighting again. I'll be alright. Soon. Just give me time and I'll be alright.
Yep, double possessed.
What do you want?
You alright with the demons inside of you?
They don't come out very much. The Guardian protects me and keeps the other inside. When the other tries to get out, it feels like my head is going to tear itself apart.
Yeah. It's supposed to be very hard on you.
Yes, but the Guardian has always been with me, and I trust him. The other one has been there too, but smaller. They won't say why. They say we have to be with you now.
Wasoki parir nokasisa ir sonkot nawa patia yir ni ok.
Why did you choose her?
Ukir okir wo kuk fifir sunurk. Uk ipipir sa ir tatasi. Isketa, hok kawari sa ir tasir uyo. Newa kuk kipstir sunurk. Onoir kupta ir tanir ukkun aso. Sir sukut afifir noni.
Okay, so she was dead. Yazen. Cloudflower is dead.
Ukir okir wo kup thithir sunurk. Uk ipipir sa ir tatasi.
Yeah.
O yakup tiir. Okir ayiyuwir.
Ha! You care too much for this whelp.
At least Yazen speaks English.
Ukir wo kup thithir sunurk. Uk ipipir sa ir tatasi.
What do you want?
You're dead.
Oh!
It's time you and I had a talk, mortal.
That left eye. It's a little freaky.
This girl's problems and the Guardian's advice. We need more realism here.
What are you talking about?
The girl is already dead. She's a walking corpse. She's nothing to anyone. What I want is the body. I need an anchor, and this little walking meat puppet can provide that.
Walking meat puppet.
But Taika gives me trouble. He's in my way. He's weak, but the girl sides with him. To take control, I need your help, and I'm willing to offer servitude for it. Ha! You say that now, but when the time comes, we'll see how much power tempts you. And if you continue to refuse, I still have ways to get my revenge.
O noir kup tha ir tha niir ukkun aso. Si ir sukut afifir noni. O soki parir no kasisa ir sonkut nawa patia yir ni uk.
Yeah, he's definitely the closed fist demon. Oh, we can actually use him. Alright, so he's is there like a third form? So maybe all three of these are her. Maybe there's like a third one. Maybe they merge together or something like that and become like, you know, the perfect yin and yang. Let's not use the evil form. Going the Outrider.
What a wondrous flyer you have. You don't see any of that design about the city. Since they became more common among the nobles, flyers have been fascinating to me. Allow me to officially welcome you to the Imperial City. I am Bai, the Outcrier, and I am here to direct you around our illustrious capital if you have any questions at all. It would be an honor to say that I aided someone who was greeted by Princess Sun Lian herself.
Tell me more about the layout of the city.
There are several districts within easy walking distance. This area is the market district, and it is filled with all sorts of merchants and traffic.
Merchants,
if you cross
hooray!
the waterway and turn left, you will soon come to the Gate of the Golden Way, a rich and luxurious place. The Golden Way is connected to both the Scholar's Garden at its far end and the Necropolis, though no one would venture into those burial grounds without good reason.
Tell me more about this immediate area.
Just over there is the Imperial Arena, where you can test your skills in the finest competition in the land, or grab a drink at the heart of the Empire Tavern within. Out by the waterway you can find the city gates and all manner of merchants hawking their wares. There's also a path off the market district that leads up to the Black Leopard School, home to an ancient order that studies the ways of combat.
So many places to visit. Tell me more about the places of the Golden Way.
The Scholar's Garden is a wonder to behold. It is decorated with rocks taken from the Valley of Sprightly Stones. The finest minds in the Empire congregate in the garden. If you have a taste for history, the Necropolis is accessible from the Golden Way as well. A city of the dead, the Necropolis is filled with tombs of rich and poor alike.
This will be raiding some tombs. Well, the Lotus Assassins, where would I find them?
If you were wise, you would not look for the Lotus Assassins. They keep their secrets close, and even spreading rumors can catch their attention.
I brought this up. I'm the one taking the risk here.
I'm a fool for even starting this conversation, but I will give you some guidance. There are rumors of a secret entrance into a fortress the Lotus Assassins call their own. The entrance may be in the necropolis, which is off the Golden Way. If you're smart,
Maybe.
go no closer to that place than this question. A pleasure to be of service. Enjoy your stay here.
A fake wall. Like we do like more minigame things.
Well, is the Imperial City all you expected? It is quite a spectacle compared to the bulk of the Empire. The marvelous dragonfly performed perfectly, of course.
Hey, Jabra, thank you. Tell me more about yourself. I want to learn more about you.
I found my way to Tien's Landing quite by accident. A very big accident. A few wealthy merchants lost some, property, and I almost lost my hat and my head. Gao the Greater heard about my inventions and bribed some officials to effect my release. I thought I had found a nice rich benefactor, but I was locked away in his lair. He gave me a nice workshop, but he really was a fool. I showed him my wind map. He didn't care where it led. He was only interested in his slaves.
Swim map doesn't lead to the Imperial City.
It shows where I've been, not where I'm going, I think. I made it on my journey to, here. But I don't quite remember where I was traveling from. Not good. It seems to me I left something, a clue for myself, but I'm not sure why I'd need to. I don't suppose you'd be interested in taking a short trip back the way I came?
Hell yes. Let's go.
Well, let's see then. It must lead to where I was last, which would be the ideal place to go first. Keep an eye out. I don't know why my tracks were covered, but I do tend to incur the occasional death threat. Craters are remarkably unappreciated. This looks familiar. Keep going. I have the urge to build something with you. There are memories in the route we are flying. Keep going. I see patterns, schematics. Keep going. I'll hammer it out. Oh, so close.
Oh, come on. That's bullshit.
Try again.
Your ship just like comes from behind and one-shots me. It's not fair.
This looks familiar. Keep going. I have the urge to build something.
Let's go a little further from the bottom there, since I know that can happen.
Keep going. I see patterns, schematics. Keep going. I'll hammer it out.
Why do I pick up the third one? So stupid.
Almost there. Just
I was like at full health too. Like that thing just literally like killed me instantly. Cloudburst.
Our flight was great fun.
So all you get is just
Explosions.
an extra ability.
I think it's a clue. I hit something in my head because I was going to lose my memory. I think. One thing for certain, there was no destination. We ended where we began. The route was the important part. Let me show you what it inspired me to make. It's I'm not sure what it is, but it has a lever on it that is begging to be pulled.
Wait, no, I don't think that's a good idea.
What? Don't think? Sounds good. Here we go. And nothing. Right? We're not dead, I think. That is decidedly disappointing. I was expecting something. I must still need a part I can't remember. I need some time to think, to get my brain straightened out. This is most intriguing and infuriating. Give me some time.
The resources of the Imperial City at your disposal. Think harder.
You know, it is true that I should be able to find what I need here. Let me rummage through what I have stockpiled. Just a few tweaks. Tight fit. Not sure how that will affect things. What's it? I don't remember seeing that before. Just get this last. There we go. It's ready. Now we can finally find out just what it does. After I name it, of course. Nothing works right until you name it. How about the confoundable minutia?
Sounds great. I'm sure that'll help. Start it up. That shocked look. Wait, I don't want to do this yet. That doesn't matter. Just activate it.
What? No, impossible. I fixed it. I checked everything. It should work. Unless... No, I did that.
And we're all dead. Game over.
Oh. Where'd the city go? Well, that was anticlimactic. A flash of light, but no resounding boom. What good is such a light if Earth doesn't meet sky?
Where are we?
What? Oh my. It seems we have transported to a heaven. A strangely familiar one for some reason, but I don't recall ever moving to such a place before.
Oja kuptir. Okir ayiyuwir.
You don't know where we are?
This place is completely unknown to me. Or is it? I am compelled to take the steps this way. There are gears here that I remember.
Pano fan wowo shini. Cho ikakir wo ifuro uk.
Going to a strange place. I felt like we're in like some weird heaven thing. The first thing they think about is like, yeah, we got transported here. Not that, hey, we just died, went to heaven. New schematic has been seen better days. People are ragged in all corners, while the pages filled with doodle diagrams, including one for a device that seems to be colorized rice for easy sorting. Majority of the space taken up by a single notation. Foul-smelling water must be purified of the taint of a rotted egg. Only the water wheel and the applauding stack can manage it. Even then, only with a dragon's help. Tiger button. Is that like the tiger and the cow?
Look at this. It's a marvel. A wonder of monumental proportions. A phenomenal piece of unbelievable craftsmanship.
Really, what does it do?
I haven't the slightest idea. But it must be important, wouldn't you think? I mean, just look at it. These machines, they are manipulators, fabricators. They bully energy into something. They can be activated, deactivated, on and off and on. You see?
But what is it?
I can only come to one conclusion. Lord Lau's furnace.
Narawa ir kwanok noka o piyir okir ifwir wo.
Legendary, mythical, and overrated in some respects, but if anyone else has a better origin for such machines as this, I'm not hearing it.
Who's Lord Lau?
Artificer to the celestial bureaucracy, he creates machines that themselves also create, although I'd make them a little less delicate had I his resources. Still, he is an inspirational figure for inventors, and we are in his playhouse. You select the machines you want to activate, and then the tiger or the dragon button, like this.
Please don't randomly hit switches. I find it unsettling.
Don't worry. The individual machines are not activated. I think the switches must be thrown on at least 2 of the components before it will do whatever it does. You also have to select a fuel. It looks like there are a few pieces of cinnabar in the contraption, but it may accept others as well.
I think it's wise to play with it.
Well, judging by the pile of ashes I found near the controls, if you do it wrong, it either creates a nice warm fire or burns the person standing here to a crisp.
Alright, you press the
Looks
buttons.
like a powerful thing, so just guessing at the possible configurations will probably get you into trouble and waste the cinnabar in the machine. So, you might want to be careful how you go about it. Things like this usually have directions. No, recipes. No, that's not it. Configurations. That's it.
Wait, didn't we find a strange set of directions?
Very true. Perhaps you should give them a try. They didn't mean much before, but now we may have the tools to make something of them.
Sounds like a save first kind of situation. Increased chance of getting power-ups from fallen enemies. Would be good to have that. Read the book stand. Celestial Order Volume 3. Celestial bureaucracy is made up of all the servants that the Great Dragon left behind to administer creation. According to the priests and augurs, they know nothing of their creators or where it has gone. Great Dragon has transcended heaven, they say. They and their faithfulness remain behind, or so they say. Over the millennia, many have fallen from their duties and have become part of the chaos in the world. This we can only suppose is part of creation as well. But as representatives of order, humanity suffers most from the attentions of these chaotic spirits and demons. Use some cinnabar orb. There is a separate section configuration likely needs to be specialized fuels make them effective. Mercy your pack looking for something this machine might use this fuel. Lord Lao managed to predict the shape of a stone formed in a cow's gullet. You'll never know, but a small round cup in the fuel hopper holds the bezoar securely. Alright, so there's a stone, there's something about a tiger and a... The tiger feeds on the stones of the cow, torn from the bovine's innards. All the cogs are watching, waiting inactive, waiting for his tiger to feed. So he's basically just hit the tiger, I guess. Do anything? We have to reset it first before I... How do I do anything with this? Something on the outside I have to do first? On here, maybe? Cranking cauldron? This looks safe. Okay. Conductor. no idea what's going on. Well, it's probably has to do with that thing I'm trying to do. There's these whirling cogs, right? That's one of the things, like everything but the whirling cogs. Terry feeds in the stone, the cow, torn from the bovine's innards. All the cogs are watching, waiting inactive. So, activate everything but the cogs. I think I've seen it. Laughter chimney. Yeah, I know, right? Or Omega Quintet. I mean, it's pretty much only two games that have a chance of competing with each other right now, so I put any points into Mega Quintet at this point. I think that's everything. Activate that. We don't activate that. Is there anything over here? Alright. Hit the switch. Receive the Song of the Spirit.
Excellent! What an amazing machine! Now, if we can find more configurations, just imagine what we could do here.
I want to try that again.
That same one? But why not try something different? It's up to you, of course.
So what the hell's the Song of the whatever? This has something to do with the zither once we get all the parts. Okay, that was a spirit gain thing. Alright. It's the other configuration of the ox. Foul-smelling water must be purified by the taint of a rotten egg. Only the water wheel and the applauding stack can manage it. Even then, only with the dragon's help. Alright. But I'm assuming I need something other than the cow bezoar. Because it doesn't mention anything about the stone. It's talking about foul-smelling water must be purified by the taint of rotten egg. Maybe it's always the cow bezoar for the fuel source. Yep. I did like dark side for KOTOR 1 and 2. I figured I might as well go like light side on this one. Applauding stack. Clapper chimney, I guess. You can select the dragon. Oh. The hell? Right, definitely the wrong fuel.
A most intriguing place. Very well.
I thought like loaded and then we got a loading again once we loaded. Oh yeah, this one's great. Definitely an easy 5 out of 5 so far. Where's the merchant dude, by the way? He doesn't actually show up on the ground.
Always happy to help. What do you need? Of course.
Oh yeah.
What do you want?
Well, if anybody wants to play this game, they can play the evil side. See? Now you need to play it to see the evil side. The win-win.
Whatever.
Whatever.
What?
Hear more about your past.
Too much talking and thinking can be dangerous. I should know. I remember one cold winter I took a job clearing rats from a local monastery. I was supposed to make sure the pests stayed out of the sacred pools, but hunting rats one at a time is boring work. So I had an idea, a way to catch them all at once.
Gotta catch them all.
I convinced the monks to give me some of their sacred wine, and I filled the sacred pools. I figured if I could get the rats drunk, they'd be so much easier to catch.
Can't believe you got the rats drunk.
Nothing happened at first, so I helped myself to the wine. I passed out before the rats came. In the middle of the night, I was woken up by screaming monks and fiery explosions. It was just the rats. The poor furry buggers were just trying to get warm near the monks' fires after their swim in the wine. Not a good combination.
That's exploded. That's horrible.
The monks wanted me gone. I might have deserved the blame, but the abbot insisted it was a sign from the gods and closed the monastery. See what happens when you think too much?
It's by far the most stupid thing I've ever heard. That's all for now.
Whatever.
I can't believe my luck. I arrive home after being lost, only to find that my wife has gone off to visit relatives.
Dang it. Wanted to meet his wife. I'm sorry to hear that, Ho.
No, you misunderstand me. My wife, she's not here. I thought I was as good as dead. Now my execution is delayed. Until her eventual return, of course.
Where'd you become a Bunmaster if you're a master fighter?
You're beginning to sound like my wife. Where were you last night? Why were you talking to that woman? Why do you smell like a goat? Always with the questions. As I mentioned earlier, after becoming tournament champion for the second time, I was forced to marry my sponsor's nubile niece. She is the reason I no longer fight. My disapproving dove did not care for my drinking, or for my friends, or my fighting, or my friends fighting. She believed I should settle down, be more respectable.
And so you became a Bunmaster?
At first I ignored her rebukes and continued fighting, but I soon learned that she was not a woman to be crossed. Prior to one fight, my duplicitous Daisy drugged my wine. I don't remember much of what happened next, which is fortunate. From what I hear, it wasn't very pretty.
You vile, yeah. Poor Ho. You're whipped, my friend. Well, I guess you
I
survived.
spent the next several months under the tender ministrations of my doting wife. Needless to say, when I was well enough to walk again, I was more than happy to settle down. As to why I became a Bunmaster, well, it's a hard, thankless job that keeps me very, very busy. Very busy. As you say, I will be here scrubbing your pots until you call upon me again.
The Imperial City. I'd always heard how impressive it was. The stories didn't do it justice. I feel like I'm a long way from home, and I don't even know where home is anymore.
Is there anything you want to talk about?
I haven't had any time to think about anything except Master Li and Two Rivers and the Imperial City. It's all so much to take in.
So little time to talk. I just want to know how you're well.
I've probably told you this story, but when I was young, I dreamt of a magic harp that would take
Magic
me to a
harp.
place where no one was troubled by visions.
All they
of
learn is
spirits.
splash.
Now I can't help but picture that poor fish flopping in the streets of the Imperial City, oblivious passers-by casually stepping around it.
So you feel like a fish out of water. I don't know where I belong either.
It feels odd to have lived with an image of the Empire for so long and to lose it so quickly. I miss Two Rivers. I miss Xingwu, Old Ming, Gu Jin. I remember lessons in the school, and you making some joke that had Smiling Mountain snickering under his breath, even as he scolded us for not paying attention. What do you remember about those days?
Lost friends. Thank you for keeping their memory with us.
I keep all our fallen friends in mind. With all the spirits I see, it would be hard not to. I see the walls between this world and the next as very thin. Come, we should get going. There's a great deal left to do, and I don't want to leave it for too long.
I trust your plans go well, despite the dangers you face and inflict. Is there something I can do for you?
What are your feelings in the Imperial City? How powerful are the Lotus Assassins here?
They are as powerful as fear allows them to be. Not the specific information you are looking for, I'm sure, but you did ask about my feelings. If their tactics have not changed, everyone fears them as children fear the shadows, never knowing what might come.
Sound more like outlaws than arm of the Empire.
They are not outlaws. Their orders come from Death's hand, and he is the will of the Emperor. At least, that is how it was meant to be. Pardon my outburst. Every act of the assassins has the approval of the Emperor. We were supposed to reflect his glory. That is why some actions should never have been ordered.
Referring to the incident that prompted your exit.
The Lotus Assassins were once the Order of the Lotus under Prince Qin, spiritual advisor to the Emperor. During and after the attack on Dirge, changes were made. As flames seared the sky, enemies of the Emperor faced a new threat, Death's Hand. He assumed command of our order, and we began silencing people. Some were killed only to serve as warnings. Others had done nothing except be near his enemies.
Were to kill innocents? Why even consider it?
I am no stranger to death. That alone is not enough to disturb me. But I see only weakness in targeting innocents, peripheral to the real enemy. Weakness suggests losing the right to rule. Can you see how that shook my faith in the Empire? You seem to see why I had concerns. Perhaps you might understand. I have not said everything, and I have not yet decided if I will. But I see something in you that may set things right. We will see. For now, what else do you need? Goodbye.
Right. Talk to everybody. Let's try the new guy with...
Name it and it's done.
We go anywhere else?
What can I do for?
Need to fly somewhere else.
Certainly, certainly. Always willing to take the marvelous Dragonfly for a jaunt. Pick your place, and we will be there in no time.
We got a world map now. Very slow. Like, seriously. Why is this the speed of the cursor? Can we, like, choose, like, a random spot? Like, hey... Even if I choose over here, it's like, yeah, Tian's Landing. A lot of different spots we can potentially go to, maybe. Potentially. Attack. I guess that's why they didn't lock that other quest there, the one we needed the close fist for. So you could potentially go back and redo it, or finish it off. Mission complete. I wonder if there's like any point in redoing these missions other than just like fun. Yeah, we do get some XP. There is that.
Yes, yes. Certainly.
That was a waste. It's like nobody... It's different than last time we, Clippers one's definitely the best second attack thing. Yeah. Easy XP, I guess. Although really it's about the same as you get from reading a book with the, talk about that, unequip this. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of books around here. Let's keep it equipped. I doubt we're going to be fighting much. What does that say?
Be on the lookout for the Scourge of the South. It is your duty as citizens of the Empire to report anyone who matches this description. Keep an eye out for a young woman covered from head to toe in plum-colored armor. Reports suggest that she may be a demon spirit able to change her form at will. Do not try to apprehend the Scourge of the South, but instead report what you've seen to the authorities immediately.
Oh yeah,
Scourge of the South.
on purpose, I'm
I wonder
sure.
how many people I'd have to steal from to get a name like that. With that description, they'll never find you.
Maybe I should change my outfit though. It said head to toe in plum. I mean, I guess technically, although it's not really covered from head to toe.
Owo Sayir Uyukap Wo Tarawayir Shathir Owo.
I love living in the Imperial City. There's always something for me and my friends to do.
The Scourge of the South has destroyed whole villages in the South. Many innocents have suffered at the hands of the Scourge. Out of sheer spite, the Scourge flooded ancient ruins, wantonly destroying our very own heritage.
How dare she?
The Scourge associates with nefarious fox spirits, aiding them in their occupation of our once pristine forests in the south.
For shame.
A group of river-faring businessmen have been attacked and forced to flee.
River-faring
Nobody is
businessmen.
safe from this criminal.
Yeah, good old pirates.
Her own master died at her hands, and she had fellow students kidnapped and tortured just because they didn't agree with her.
No, it's just a lie.
If you think you've seen this person, you must report it to the authorities at once. It is your duty.
She fades from existence. I guess she wasn't an assassin. Imperial City gates.
Where are those mercenaries? Greetings, citizen. Imperial Captain Sen at your service. Are you one of the mercenaries come to help me track down some criminal scum?
What would you think that?
I was told that there were some new warriors in town looking for work, though none of them matched your description. Admittedly, you don't resemble the ones described to me, but they're several days late. No doubt they'll blame it on the foolish ghost stories.
What criminals do you need help with?
Criminals with lucrative bounties on their heads. I need help tracking down a pair of criminals. Are you interested in a little well-paying work?
Sure.
These two scoundrels have eluded my best efforts, so I'm turning to bounty hunters. It's harder to run when your pursuers are not in a uniform.
This could be an entertaining diversion, and a good way to earn some extra silver.
I'm searching for an arsonist and a notorious confidence man. Find and eliminate either one, and there's a standard bounty in it for you.
Too good for standard rates. Offer me something better.
Do you people have some sort of code that requires each one of you to bargain about this sort of thing?
If everyone else bargains, you must have extra silver set aside for me too.
Crafty! Well, since you've seen to the heart of the matter...
I don't even know if intuition's my best skill. I have to double check.
I'll add an extra percentage to both bounties and find some way to justify the extra cost to the Ministry of Harmony.
At price, I'm happy to help.
A wise decision. The two criminals are Fading Moon and Creative Yukong. Fading Moon is an arsonist who was last spotted heading for the necropolis. Creative Yukong has virtually disappeared, though we may be able to learn something from Lady Rento, the wife of the man Yukong bilked. She's in the Imperial Arena.
I want to hear more about Fading Moon.
Fading Moon is an arsonist. Her first fires were in the poor quarters, but her last one spread to the Market District Gate. Last we heard, she had escaped to the necropolis.
There was nothing done to catch her earlier, because it was in the poor quarter, obviously.
Well, as I said, she confined them to the poor districts. She would have been impossible to catch in that rat's nest. More frankly, there isn't enough money to make it worth my effort.
Did I see the scene of the crime?
The gates between here and the poorer districts will be closed for some time while repairs are underway. There's nothing particular about the scene of the crime, just ash.
Let's hear the details surrounding Creative Yukong.
Yukong fleeced some silver from Lord Rento, a powerful man in the Ministry of Harmony. Yukong is a master of disguise, and he has hidden himself somewhere in the city. Lord Rento is away on court business, but his wife informed me that she'd be in the heart of the Empire in the Imperial Arena if we needed her. You could start there.
I should go.
Right you are. Remember to keep an eye out for anyone suspicious.
What is with all these stories about ghosts these days? Has gullibility finally consumed the Empire?
With all the flyers, the gate doesn't see the use it once did.
I can just walk over there. Loading screens. Didn't expect me to go backwards.
I hope my daughter will grow to be as beautiful as the princess, though perhaps less unruly.
The Jade Empire would be in ruins if it wasn't for Emperor Sun Hai.
I hope my daughter will grow to be as beautiful.
Good day, citizen. Some minor thing I can help you with?
It'll only help me with minor things.
It's the Honorable Lotus Assassins, you see. They feel that those of us dedicated to the Imperial Army are nothing more than louts to be ordered about. Any member of the army, even city guard, is expected to defer any major disturbances to them. Makes me about as useful as a lamppost.
Can you tell me anything other than directions?
I'm afraid not. I'm on duty, and it's imperative that I remain focused on what few tasks I'm still deemed capable of performing. A fellow guard once paused for idle chit-chat with a woman. She went to the Lotus Assassins with the story of his inattentiveness. Next thing you know, he's arrested for threatening the security of the Empire with his lax ways. I don't know what happened to him, but I don't want to share his fate.
It's probably, like, promoted.
Be about your business and stay out of trouble. Pleasure to be of service.
No. So it has a lot of loading screens.
Emperor Sunhai is a great man. Without him, the Empire would still be living in a drought.
Ok wiwu ofir.
Or of Malice Gem, configuration of the dragon. Then we need a cow's Bezawar. Wait, didn't we have dragon already? That was the ox. Configurations guided by the tiger burn bright as the cauldron bubbles in the night. The cogs whirl in their gracious dances, but they grow tired unless they drink the water infused with sulfur. So I don't know if that still needs the cow Bezawar, or maybe the tiger always uses the cow Bezawar.
If there are ghosts, why haven't I seen one? All this talk about spirits is just nonsense.
That's why my men brought you to me. I wanted to finish this personally.
But I...
Don't even try to make this better. You should have won that fight, Zhang, but you suddenly developed that blind spot, didn't you? Did the glint of silver get in your eye?
Joe, honestly, I...
You needed something for Tuitnit one?
Yes,
I need to speak with you in private. It seems Warrior Zhang has decided to retire.
I'm finished here. If you're here to fight, do what they tell you.
Sorry for me, mongrel. Weakness disgusts me. What just happened?
Couldn't see for yourself? I was just retired from the Imperial Arena. Guess my spot in the roster is yours if you want it. Go find Kui the promoter if you think you can fill my shoes. He's always upstairs in the third room over or so, and looking for new blood. I'm taking what I have left from my winnings and leaving.
Don't pester me, or I'll find something to arrest you for.
The fights in this arena are the best in the Empire.
You? What could you possibly want? You're not here to bet, are you? Betting's only open when there's a match on, and right now, I don't see hundreds of people screaming at me, so I can assume there's no match on.
Or will there be a match to bet on?
When Kui the promoter gets around to setting one up, go bother him if you really have to know this instant.
Probably won't be able to
Take one look at you
bet
and
on
say,
anything.
There's a new fish to throw into the ring. Good money if you fight for him, but that's your business and no care of mine. If you want to find Kui, he'll be upstairs, usually in the fighter's room, just past where the nobles marinate in their own decadence.
How's betting work?
Right now, it doesn't. No match, no bets. That's not so hard, is it? And don't ask how it works when a match is on. I'm not your teacher. Come to think of it, you look a bit strapping. Why not fight instead of talking to me? Kui the promoter's your man if you're interested. He'll be upstairs a few rooms around the circle. Good, you do that. I need all the quiet I can get before the matches start. Have to build it up so I don't go insane when the crowds come.
Thunderous Torian?
Welcome! It's always good to see a new face at the counter. If you've got silver to spend, I'll be happy to help you out. I'm known as Thunderous Tauren, and you are my most honored customer right now, so you have all of my attention.
Anything I may be interested in?
You look like a warrior to my eye, probably not fit for the odds and sods the usual patrons might pick up.
Tell me more about the arena.
The man to see is named Kui the Promoter. He knows everything there is to know about this place. Might even be looking for a new body to fill out the roster. This could be your chance. If you're interested, he's usually up in his office, up and around to the back. Stop by again. Miniature Ravager hoods for the kids are coming in any day now. You know you'll want 2.
I'll take 3. We still have that gem that, yeah. Yep, gotta have it. Gaze upon these words with reverence, for they offer some small slice of the history of the most glorious contest in the arena. The Ravager, deadly, cold, and precise. The Ravager refuses to speak and shows no care for the crowd, but none can question his deadly strength. Oddly popular with the more bloodthirsty members of our crowd, Ravager's rare fights are always sold out. Raging Ox. All the Imperial cities fondly remembers Raging Ox, a recently retired Imperial champion. Quick with a smile and famous for his antics both in and out of the ring, Ox's legend will live many lifetimes. Kai Lan the Serpent. Oh, it's me. Kai Lan's phenomenal control over magic and his intense focus makes him one of the greatest champions to grace the ring of the Imperial arena. Golden Imperious. Kai Lan played to the crowd to cultivate a love-hate relationship that has persisted to this day.
In 3 years of traveling, I never found a place more lively than the heart of the Empire. It's nice to be back.
Don't pester me or I'll
Lustful Lao.
No woman can resist the alluring gaze of lustful Lao. I can say good
Comic book guy.
morning in 7 dialects. Which would you prefer I use tomorrow?
Maybe all of them if you answer some questions first.
Oh, the little peach likes to play, does she? Very well. I know exactly the information you seek. I see your true question dancing in your marvelous eyes. Yes, I can lift a 2-person rickshaw without my hands. Would you like a demonstration?
That's impressive, but no, I really just need some answers.
Not half as impressive as when I lean forward at 45 degrees and yet stand perfectly stable. Now, what are you really here to ask of lustful Lao?
You can tell me about this place.
Worst subject ever. Instead,
Yeah, they're totally going for a comic book guy
what are the
vibe.
14 essential differences between a bowl of steaming sweetened rice and a night of fiery passion?
Well,
Don't know? Perfect. Lustful Lao humbly invites you back to a private room to share some rice at your convenience.
it's used to dining alone. I'd hate to interrupt.
Close, but I am far more accustomed to dining in groups. We should start slowly so your constitution is not sorely tested, I think.
I should go.
Very well, go. Do what you have to. Lustful Lao will remain here to stoke the coals of your desire.
Go far, far away.
I wish Lustful Lao would stop ogling me. It's disgusting.
Woyoir apawafau, dir tsunkut toiruk.
This place is busy right now.
Nano wo nawaftata sini here uk uno.
Look around, it's really busy. What do you have to drink? Like whirlwind. What? You saying I can't drink because someone else is drinking for me?
I hear the debates are particularly lively in the Scholars' Garden lately.
Particularly.
I hear the debates are...
We two twins. Gambler-Doshin?
I was wondering if you'd wander over here to test your luck. It's hard to resist the rattling call of the dice, isn't it? Gambler Daushin's the name. I run the straightest dice in the Imperial City.
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't want to feed
totally
my
not
children
fake.
tarnished silver, would I? Good
Children,
odds
sure.
and fair play. That's how I keep them coming back.
What's the nature of this game?
A simple enough game called high-low. You predict how you'll roll against my toss and double your coin if you're right. You'll catch on easily enough, I'm sure.
Let's roll the dice. I'd like to
That's
test my
what
luck.
I was waiting to hear. So what'll it be? Will your roll be higher or lower than mine?
Bet I'll roll higher.
High it is. Let's see how sure you are. How much will you bet?
Let's go 5 silver.
Let's see how they fall, shall we?
Lower.
Not enough spin on the wrist to best my roll, it seems. Don't worry. You'll make it back on the next round. What say we try again? That's what I was waiting to hear. High it is. Let's see.
I win.
You called it right. A high roll doubles your wager.
What happens if we tie?
What say we try again? That's what I was waiting to hear.
Lower.
Aiming under my roll, are ya? I'm happy with that if you...
I thought we were like doubling our money. It was like double or nothing kind of thing.
Let's see how they fall, shall we?
So there'd be like 5 and then like 20 and then...
You called low. What say we... You take...
Like you're not gonna win a lot of money by doing this. Killing one dude gives you like a couple hundred silver.
If you're here to play, talk to Daushin.
Z-Bound.
Leave me alone.
You've got a name, but you don't have like a conversation option. Must be for another quest.
The palace is completely cut off from us common folks.
I should go home, but I really want to watch the next fight.
Rinto.
Don't you just love the Imperial Arena? No other place like it in all of the Jade Empire. Were you looking for me? I'm Lady Rento, and I was expecting someone sent by Captain Sen.
You're talking about creative Yukong.
Oh, poor Yukong. Captain Sen's still willing to do my husband's bidding and hunt him down, is he? I swear, my husband is insufferable. Yukong's a harmless aspiring actor who asked me if I would act as his patron.
Uh-huh.
Since my husband was away from the city, again, I accepted and gave Yukong a moderate stipend. I thought he was charming.
Why is Yukong wanted for his confidence schemes? What should you give this actor?
Probably less than my husband is putting forth as a bounty for poor Yukong. That young man doesn't deserve this.
What is Yukong wanted for confidence schemes?
That was how my husband presented the situation to the authorities. He didn't want to face the shame of supporting a humble actor.
My husband's a fool, but when he lowers his head, all I can do is let him charge and hope he rams something solid enough to slow him.
Who do you reckon find creative Yukong?
I would wager that you'll find him in the Scholars' Garden. Yukong was going to try out for that new play. It's going to be put on soon in the Golden Way, I'm told. Should be exciting to watch. Yukong was going to try out for a role as a scholar, so he may be using his costume to hide in the garden. He's not much of a scholar, so you should be able to spot him. If you happen to find creative Yukong, do go easy on him, would you? The poor boy did nothing wrong, and my husband is being unusually cruel to him. Good luck with your search. I have to get back to the estate, so much to do.
Whoa, back up a bit there. Judge Fang doesn't like people blocking his view of the arena. Even a pretty lady like you. You might make him miss out on someone getting their nose broken, or their leg, or even their skull. He was just saying that there hasn't been a good skull fracture for at least a week.
Literally no fights going on.
Foul mood.
I speak to Judge Fang.
Not without an appointment, and his schedule's full for the next month. All the ministers are coming in from the outlying towns to make their reports. If he's not meeting with a minister, he's relaxing here, hoping to see somebody beaten to a quivering pulp in the ring, or maybe torn apart by one of the animals. Yeah, that or he's taking a break with Breezes. Poor girl. No amount of silver is worth what she does for him.
Who's Breezes?
Gentle Breezes. She's Fang's, concubine. She's over in the next room with the common folk. Fang doesn't like to be seen with her in public. He, doesn't mind her getting up close and personal when they're in private, though. The things she does for him.
He was like 2 feet away. I love how they're just having a conversation with their boss. You speak to Fang and I'll make it worth your while.
Good idea. Come back next month. Fang might be taking appointments by then.
Or do I need to talk to Fang for any reason?
You wouldn't have any hot tips for me, would you? No? No one ever does.
Forget it, lady. I stick with male clients, and right now I'm on Judge Fang's payroll. He doesn't like me branching out to make money on the side. Unless you're into something twisted, then he might want to watch. Fang's always looking for some new perversion to make his little soldier stand at attention.
Who are you?
My name is Gentle Breezes, but everyone just calls me Breezes now. I guess you lose your gentle side when you spend too many nights with Judge Fang. Fang's my benefactor, if you know what I mean. I do all the things that make him happy. Filthy, nasty things. But at least that sick bastard pays well.
You don't like Fang much, do you?
I hate him. He's a vile, repulsive deviant. He likes to hurt. When things are bad, a man like that leaves scars, emotional and physical. Look, I've been around. I know people do strange and disturbing things behind locked doors. But nothing like this. There's no act too brutal or shameful for Judge Fang. He's into all sorts of things, and he's no stranger to pain. I know that all too well.
What do you work for him?
I've thought about quitting. Every night. But I heard what happened to the last girl who tried to leave Fang. He's not the kind of man you just walk away from. He sees me as a possession. His possession. He's not just going to let me go. He's got the wealth and power to find me wherever I run. I'm stuck with Judge Fang until he's tired of me. I've come to accept that. It's a hard, grim fact. But at least he pays well. Good. Let me rest. I've got a feeling I'm in for a long night tonight.
He's about to kick his ass.
Hello there. I'm Han, though fans and, well, everyone else call me Hapless Han. It's not such a bad thing. Fighting in the lower divisions means I never run afoul of the Ravager. Our current champion has nearly killed his last 2 opponents. See, I look on the bright side of things. Even if my losses make people call me hapless, are numbers really that important? In my mind, it's trying your best that counts.
Yes.
You know, looking at you, I'd say you could hold your own in the arena, Are you thinking of signing up, or was there something else you need?
Hey, Hugsloth. Thank you very much. How's it going? How can I join this arena?
You need to talk to Kui, the promoter. He'll start you out. It'll be great to have someone new around the place.
Ridiculous good mood grates on my nerves. That's all I need from you.
Right you are. Take care.
Crimson Kana.
Thawir nis tu kuiruk. Ayer fun. Sair irwu nisir tintina yewir. Wo ifuir uk sunurk danowe na wafta tasiruk. On we pifir.
One of Bioware's last good games. It's good. It's like KOTOR, but different. Yeah, definitely a fantastic game. Could you dislike this place? Why not just leave?
Wiro ni sair tatasiru you. Wo nawir sir fun ni winyanakan.
That makes a certain kind of sense.
Wo sawir noka uk rapro ni apawafa son sir tu wirwo.
Bye. Sungbu.
If you want to talk, Brother Bo is better at it than I am.
Sungbo.
I'm sorry. You would speak with the Sung brothers? We have no time for simple gawkers. Why not bother someone like hapless Han? He's always willing to waste time with the spectators.
Cast the stones, brother. The 6 triangles of portent indicated that new competition would advance our goals.
Did they really? Surprising. Well then, it seems my brother and the Fates would encourage you to participate in the arena. You should speak with Kui the promoter. Until you prove yourself, leave us be.
Thanks, Guy.
Intolerable. One more mistake, Kui, and I'll have you retired. Finding someone else is your problem. But enough. Find a solution and leave me alone.
Hi.
This is not an approbate time to... Wait a moment. You have the look of a fighter about you. Those hands, that stance, even your eyes. I'd know that look anywhere. You must be here to join the most glorious contest in the Empire. Isn't it fortunate that Lucky Cho and I were just discussing how this place needs an M-fusion of new blood?
The fighters here are skilled, but you would fare better than many of them. I hear the winnings are lucrative as well.
Come with me a moment and we'll engage
I know that just stopped middle.
about the best
I didn't press any buttons. Oh, it's a little hard to sympathize with the breeze lady. Yeah.
This is turning out to be an excellent day. Most ostentatious indeed.
Don't you mean auspicious? How much wax do you have in facial hair? All of it. The entire block of wax. Yeah, it's definitely a very, like... It's a very, notable voice.
I apologize if I'm using words beyond your grasp. Very few people can match either the supply or the command of my language.
Seriously, using the wrong words makes you sound like a fool. Of course, silly me to bring it up. What were you saying?
A single glance tells me you are a remarkable woman with the perfect mix of strength and grace to grab a crowd's imagination.
For sure it's on purpose. The caricature. What are you getting at?
The question is, can you fight? Are you worthy of the arena? I say the answer is a clarion and resounding yes. I've heard that you were asking around and talking to some of our best and brightest. Your interest tells me all that I need to know about you. What say we get you signed up for the greatest attraction in all the Empire? The arena awaits.
Before I agree to anything, I need to know the rules of this tournament.
Here you fight for silver. Glory is yours for the taking if you value it. The rewards start small, but in the gold division, you could easily retire on your winnings.
He's Bill Murray's brother.
Our last champion, Raging Ox, did just that.
Wait,
Suddenly,
where?
Robin left to enjoy his winnings, clearing the way for the Ravager to take his place. You'll start low and advance on my say-so, but I can already tell you're going to expel in this place. You'll not languish in the qualifiers for long.
That's probably where I heard his voice, because it sounds super familiar, but like I've seen the character, I just can't place the. I think doesn't he have? Wait, trying to think. I can kind of see the face, but. Join the arena. Who or what would I face?
You will face the flashing blade of Crimson Kana, the stern resolve of Iron Soldier, and the, troublesome triumvirate of the Sung Brothers. If you defeat these veterans, you will face the Ravager, our newest champion, who tore his way through the divisions to replace the now retired Raging
Groundhog Day and Flapjack?
Go ask them yourselves if you want to know more. Hapless Hans faced more than a few of them, too, if you want his perspications.
The fight's deadly.
Do you have any idea how much paperwork I have to do when a contestant of the Empire's finest tournament dies? Wards and spells have protected fighters in this place since its construction. It's been easily 20 years since they failed.
Happened 20 years ago.
It was a dark day. My predecessor lost several good men when the spells failed during an event he'd ironically dubbed the Feast of the Ogres.
What if someone specifically tries to dispel the protections?
I'm no sorcerer, but I suppose it could happen. Still, any magically inclined person would notice something like that. Even if someone removed them, the protections would reweave themselves automatically in time. They've done so before.
I want to join the arena.
That's the spirit of the thing. Now, what name precedes you in your travels?
He's a really good asshole. An egregious provocator, respected scholar and grower of pipeweed. Sure, you haven't heard of me? Like give out a real name, I mean, it seems like a bad idea.
Have a bit of a past that you'd rather not catch up with you? You're not the first. Think of something that would sound engaging, ringing down from the rafters. That's how we'll bill you.
Silver Phoenix, Tiger Lifts the Mountain. Raging Dragon sounds awesome.
Raging Dragon, huh? Sounds fast and powerful. I like it. Are you positive that's what you want?
100%.
Then that is what you shall have. Come and tell me when you're ready for a fight, and I'll get you started. Since you're new, you'll start in the qualifying rounds. The money's small at that level, but it's there. Any other questions?
That's all you need to know.
One other thing. You should talk to the other fighters now and then. They will be watching you, and you should get to know them as well.
We're all one big happy family.
He's gonna be the first dude to be fight.
Happy idiot, Han.
As you can see, they always have something to say.
John Cleese does? Really? Wonder if I'll know it when I run into them. My first fight. Helpless Han.
First match will start you off against a mighty ogre.
What?
I'll be watching your style closely to see how you fare. Impress me, and I'll
Probably.
take you to the top. Even our great champions start out against the ogre. Take Raging Ox, who danced around the beast singing drunkenly to earn the crowd's favor, or the Ravager, who defeated him in a single blow. I should take a moment and explain the system we use here.
Yes, please explain the
I like
procedures.
things simple and organized. Any other way, and things get more convoluted than the celestial court on the Emperor's birthday. When you're ready for your match, ask me about it, and I'll give you a quick summary of your opponent. I'll be setting up your matches, of course.
Of course.
Various enchantments woven in this place keep the fights from being deadly, but they're no less real. You'll feel the pain if you don't keep your defense up. Are you ready to get started?
Let's do this.
Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
Yeah, pretty much, right? Just the punching bag.
A new warrior does battle with the Beast.
The Beast.
Focus.
The Beast has fallen.
That was an impressive beginning. Normally I'd have started you off against something easier, but you practically ooze potential. You've caught the eyes of the other fighters as well. Go ask them if you don't believe me.
That really was a fantastic bout.
Beating the ogre's nothing special. I could have done better bound and blinded.
Sometimes you don't even need to ask. One fight does not make a champion, though. There are many more opponents ahead of you. Let's move on, shall we?
Tell me about my next fight.
Since you held your own against the ogre brute last time, I'm going to try something exciting for the crowd. I've got 4 boys from some school west of the city who've been bothering me for some tougher matches. I'm giving you all of them at once. It'll wow the crowd and teach them a lesson at the same time. Remember to watch your sides and back. Are you ready to get started?
Not right now.
If that's the decision you want to make, it's your profanation. You just let me know when you've changed your mind. Be sure to return when you're ready to continue your climb through the qualifying round.
Now is not a good time to speak with me. You may try my brother, Bo.
The brothers Sung greet our fellow combatant warmly. I am Sung Bo, this is my little brother Boo, and my older brother Sui.
Do not bother me. Introductions merely clutter the mind.
I don't think they was bothering you, Sui. It's Bo being talked to.
Do not worry too much about us, though. There are many fights between you and the Sung brothers, but we shall humor your questions. Oh yes, we shall see you around. Of that you can be sure.
I don't know, this one pretty sure doesn't use any sort of D20 thing, not like KOTOR does. The combat is more action-based, so... You either hit, you don't. You physically hit or you don't. Like, there's no randomness. I mean, there's probably some randomness in terms of, like, maybe damage, but it's definitely not KOTOR.
Fascinating. How very interesting to meet you.
Where are your eyes?
Fate may have robbed me of my sight at a young age, but I can still sense the energy within your meridians. Impressive, and yet somewhat strange.
What's so strange about my energy?
I don't know what it is about you exactly, but I would say you have been trained like no other warrior in this place. What I do know is that several of the techniques pioneered by what we call the new schools would have astonishing effects on one with your energy.
Yeah, I mean, KOTOR paid the bills for sure. This one is probably maybe the game they wanted to make, so they made their own IP kind of thing. But obviously using the same engine, or at least a retooled version of the engine. New skills of what?
Allow me a formal introduction. I am Dr. An, acupuncturist.
Blind
You are one of the
acupuncturist?
arena's contestants, are you not? I hear talk that you are one of the most promising new contenders.
I'm over here.
But I should not prattle on at you. What do you need from me?
You have to sell.
Of course. Have a look.
Yeah. Lots of bloom. Cleanse body and mind, plus 15 health, plus 5 focus. Plus more chi. Seems a lot of these lose chi. $5,000 for this one. There's one intimidation. It's not like I use intimidation, so... Sepia. Yeah. Grip this one. Yeah, brown on gray, brown on gray, and a little bit of green. So at least has color in it.
I watched your last match. You're just getting started, but you're on the right track. I bet you'll be facing me someday soon. Right you are. Take care.
Iron Soldier.
You look a shade better than the usual cowardly dogs we get through here. Just a shade, though. So you've earned the right to talk to me. Lucky you. Iron Soldier's the name, though everyone just calls me Soldier. You may as well do the same. If I waste time talking to you, it's because I can respect that you're prepared to lose terribly in the arena.
Yeah. Last two KOTOR games I went dark side, so I figured I'd go light side in this one.
Haven't you figured it out yet? I don't like you. You're nothing more than a worm, and I don't talk to worms. Now go on and leave me alone. We've got nothing to talk about.
It's probably Solid Snake.
Good. Go bother someone else.
Woo wir wak wakir fonir sisa ukopkipo kusu ukut. Kwanak apiyir, kwanaruk tatisir si usta. Utarawi ir, kupkitir sanir naur kurk, pan. Utarawi ir, kupkitir sanir naur kurk, pan.
Sort of things to keep an eye on.
Kop awuka inir, o afawafi ithaturo turo uk.
You tell me about Kylan the Serpent.
The kawa ir ap ofir wo wir wa fonu unka.
Well, no, I mean they didn't try to make it sound Chinese. They purposely went with this like. In fact, it sounds almost identical to Twi'lek and KOTOR, right? The whole point is this is like this what do they call it, the old tongue or whatever. Like this doesn't happen on Earth. This is like its own universe, Jade Empire, right? So yeah, they're not pretending to like do any real world languages. They just made it sound like vaguely Asian in terms of the language, but other than that. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if some of these characters they're just using the dialogue they got for KOTOR for like Twi'leks and stuff, and they're just reusing the same assets. Maybe they can save some money on. It's not many characters use the old tongue, they call it. Like the majority of them still use English, but the occasional one does. So.
Uyoir nawarir kunourk nuka uk kin piir ukir ifuir wo. Kop awuka inir o afawafi ithaturo turo uk.
Can't go any further this way. Creature pins. It's gonna be fancy creatures. We're gonna find a Rancor down here. There's like no creatures in these. That's boring. So it'd be some like badass monsters be fighting or something. Nope. It's like an actual dragon or something. It's like, nah. But she left. She came back. Yeah. I mean, it definitely saves some disk space. Because you only need a couple of lines of dialogue and just recycle the same ones whenever they're talking to you. Like, you kind of mix it in different ways. And even if you're just using one line of dialogue for the conversation, it takes up like half, like it's usually twice or half the time it takes to speak the English version of the dialogue. So it definitely saves some
ring.
rain.
You got real potential. Even Fang was impressed. Normally Fang's into rough girls, but he likes them dirty too. You're a bit too classy for his taste. He'd rather watch you in the ring than have a more intimate meeting. I guess he figures the more he talks to you, the less time you have to inflict horrible, bloody carnage on someone in the ring.
When you speak to Fang, they'll make it worth your while.
Forget it. I won't go into details about what Fang did to the last guard he caught taking bribes, but restraints, starving dogs, and gravy on certain parts of the body were involved. Fang watched the whole thing, laughing all the while, and when it was done, he went upstairs with Breezes for a little relaxation. Poor girl. Okay, good luck in your next fight.
You didn't go to this area here yet. Kitchens. $5 whole bucks. Little ducky. Who's a good boy? I guess they don't need a broom. They got a natural one. Of the gym equipped, I do. Cannibal Cookbook Volume 1. Why are they keeping this in the kitchen? Valued customer, while we appreciate your business, the staff of the Heart of the Empire politely requests that you keep your nose out of ours. To assure that you no longer wish to pry into our recipes, please enjoy this excerpt recently unearthed in the south. Leg of lamb. This hearty meal was discovered after Ewe Lamb, the hunter, stumbled upon our community. For 5 to 10 people, just use one leg, the other can be pickled later or served slowly to smoke to preserve it. Larger groups use both legs, of an adult male or female. Boil the legs in a large pot for 2 hours with the following ingredients: 20 gallons of fresh water, 3 tablespoons of salt, half a cup of rosemary, 3 cups of spiced wine, summer wine is best if you can get it, 3 bags of onions, 4 whole garlic cloves, and a dash of ginger. Legs have about half an hour left. Add some skinned potatoes and leeks. Can be served on the bone or in steaks. That sounds delicious.
As long as we stay busy, I stay employed. Can't beat that.
With lemongrass. Lemongrass on the side. Lemongrass removed once cooked. Make up your damn minds.
Yeah, you can keep the foot, but cut off the toes. Well, skin's the best part. Once it's done, you just broil it a little bit, makes the skin nice and crispy.
I want to hear that you're ready for your next fight. What do you need?
Tell you what, our next fight.
Since you held your own against the... Oh, I've got... It'll...
Do it.
Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
Haven't met that one yet.
4 students test their skills against 1 master.
Bottle. Whoop. We need 40.
Those boys won't be back anytime soon. Losing as a group to one opponent would shame a peasant, let alone a student of the martial arts.
Tell me about my next fight.
The crowd's starting to catch on to you. Have you noticed? People like you, and now I'm going to make sure they pay attention. I'm going to have a roughly hewn statue hauled into the ring. I want you to discombobulate it. Destroy the statue quickly enough, and I'll give you a shot at hapless Han. Are you ready to get started?
Why not a car?
Excellent. Follow me, and we'll get you ready for your next match.
Unyielding stone meets the press of time.
Leaping tiger, leaping tiger.
Hooray! The RB winner.
Work. You have bested time itself in destroying that statue. No mean feat, I assure you.
It's before they had cars to smash. True.
I think you're ready to face hapless Han. Show me you're ready for the big time, and I'll make sure you don't have to dance with the children anymore. Are you ready to get started?
Yes, let's do this.
Excellent. Follow me, and we'll get you ready for your next match.
Yep, we're that guy.
A chance to leave the qualifying division as Raging Dragon faces Hapless Han.
Longsword. Stone Immortal.
Rip Han.
You dealt with Han very well. I knew you would. All of our professional fighters move past him eventually.
Kui, that will be enough.
That's why he's helpless.
I bring you a message from my employer, Kai Lan the Serpent. He is impressed with how far you have come in such a short while. The Serpent wants you to know that he is watching your progress very closely. He is most interested to see how you fare in the Bronze Division. Kui, you may breathe again. That is all I had to say.
Well, that was good, I think.
Or Quilon, the serpent.
He has a distinct interest in the proceedings here. He is the next champion, you see. He retired some time ago, even before Raging Ox, who was the champion before the Ravager. Kai Lan couldn't leave the arena alone, though. He has become a very important man here with the help of a group called the Guild.
Well, Lucky Cho Pushy Runky.
Lucky Cho is a thug, pure and simple, but he's very good at what he does. He's also a member of the Guild and reports directly to Kai Lan. Kai Lan oversees things here in the arena, and the Guild ensures that the authorities leave us in peace.
But enough of what Lucky Cho said. Can you tell me about the Guild?
The Guild is the organization that controls all of the betting in this place. That gives them considerable sway. It is good that they are happy with your progress. Between us, the Guild is also involved in more illicit activities. They are very sensitive about remaining an open secret. Many know about them, but few acknowledge that fact. Right now is a particularly dangerous time, as one of the leaders of the guild, has recently been inhumed. Kailan sees this as an opportunity. Do
Inhumed?
not discuss them
What word
openly.
is that supposed to be?
The guild has many ears. You may
As
ask
he,
some
like,
of the others in the arena
yells
about
it
them
out.
if you wish, but I would not bring it up to just anyone.
Be careful who I talk to.
A wise decision. Very wise. For the sake of your career, I suggest that you limit any questions you have to your fellow fighters.
Well done! That fight was much better than this wine. With all the pure water pouring from the palace, you'd think they might have learned how to make wine that didn't taste like goat piss.
Black Whirlwind, that is you. Are you back to...
No, just here visiting, and making sure nothing happens to your newest fighter.
So you won't be...
No, leave it alone, Kui. You know better than to bring this up. Just mind your business, promoter, and I'll mind mine.
You travel in curious company. Regardless, when you're ready, come talk to me again and we'll discuss your next match.
This is the lummox that won't stop following me, I take it. Come on, Kui, how do you know the Black Whirlwind?
I know him, yes, but I know better than to contravigate his wishes. If you want to talk about it, ask him. I'm staying out of it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must prepare for your entry into the Bronze Division. It will take me a bit of time before you'll be ready for your next fight. You should talk to the other fighters here. They've been watching you and are getting nervous. Of course, I'll need more time than that for these preparations.
What kind of preparations?
It's just a matter of preparing the proper documents. Why don't you kill the time by making your way out into the city? See the sights. Maybe visit the Golden Way or the Scholar's Garden. Actually, that reminds me.
This is not a real word.
Watching your fight against Hapless Han, dressed all in black and veiled. She seemed impressed with your preference. Just before she left, she told me to tell my new fighter that she was still waiting to see you. She said you'd know where. Sounds like quite the invitation.
Princess is getting antsy. Yeah, he makes up a bunch of words, or like any of the big words just are wrong.
Boy, that sure was something. I wouldn't have wanted to be me out there, except that I was. But I learned so much from facing you. Next time I should try some of that fancy stuff you do. I'm not exactly sure how you did it, though.
The T-Rex friend have recently opened a restaurant for medieval knights. For anyone interested, his name is Dinosaur. Boo. Yeah, he's definitely doing. There's a lot of words that are like, well, even in the beginning we called them out on it. Enemy's moves your own.
You know, that's a good idea. I tend to focus on myself more than others. Perhaps I can learn some new tricks. Thanks for the encouragement.
How's it going, Gregor? Anything about a guild?
All the contestants know about the guild. They are the real power here. Keep your voice low. We don't want Lucky Cho to hear us talking about this.
Discongratulate, yeah. Who's in charge of the guild?
I don't know about the guild itself, but around here the man in charge is named Kailan the Serpent. He's a powerful magician and incredibly deadly in battle. Retired Imperial champion, in fact. I never have to deal with Kailan. I'm not good enough to compete with the big players, so he isn't interested in me. I prefer it that way. It's always nice of you to stop by and chat. A lot of people who move past me in the arena never look back.
Yeah, you gotta love like fake words, like trying to think back at the beginning. He went back to the bottom. Yeah, I guess there's only a certain far back you can go.
While I cannot see you, your appearances are hard to ignore. Welcome again. Hapless Han stumbled in here for yet another treatment after you defeated him. Impressive handiwork, though I find myself in a position to wish you were less skilled, especially with Han. He is a continual strain on my time.
What's wrong with treating Han?
I think you misunderstand the situation. I have no problems treating Han, but I receive no compensation for tending to injuries. I shouldn't complain, though. The arena pays me to look after you fighters, and Han's constant injuries have helped me hone my healing skills to a razor edge. Of course, have a look.
It's going great. Alright. We didn't do that? I mean, first Imperial matches. We've already done this. Didn't we win the bronze match? Golden Way, Black Leopard School, Merchant Square. Let's go to the Merchant Square. I wonder if another Western developer would be willing to make a game like this. I don't know if these kind of games would like sell nowadays. The amount of like,
Beating up people in the arena? I don't think I'd like that.
I'm sure it would sell. It's just like, would companies try to make a game like this nowadays? Probably less likely. There's no way of like throwing some like live service bullshit on top, so you know, can't make any profit by releasing a single player game. Clearly, you gotta make it a live service game.
I like watching the fights at the arena, but only when the good fighters are there. You don't look so tough to me. My brother says you have to be real tough to fight in the arena.
Let's beat her up. So many doggos. Yeah, I wonder why. They keep failing. It's like, maybe we should stop this. Maybe we're actually losing money by doing all this crap. Like all these like single player like games like you know, like God of War and Astrobot do like fantastic. All their games as a service bullshit just flops. Like,
Welcome, welcome. Did someone from the Black Leopard School send you? No, I suppose you don't quite look like one of their students. Well, no matter. If you're looking for weapons, I have quite a good selection and reasonable rates. Would you like to see what I have for sale?
yes.
Here you go. There's quite a lot, so take your time.
Yeah, really makes you wonder. 25% damage over 10,000 bucks for this. A bar of nickeled iron. Alright, so we're gonna save up 120 bucks for this. We can buy Flawless again over here. I'm assuming this. Hopefully, we get to keep our like sword skills with this. So we don't have to like rebuy sword skills for a different weapon. That extra 25% damage would be nice. Let's buy this just in case. I'm assuming we're gonna need this at some point, so buy that now. Lena?
Talk to Junda if you'd like to buy some buns.
Excuse me, out of my way. I've got to get these buns to the Scholars Garden. Quick, now move.
I'm very sorry. Please accept my heartfelt apologies. My
Judicious? Thank you.
manners of a strutting clock sometimes.
I seem to recall you rather enjoyed my strutting at one time, old woman.
Shush now. You'll offend the gods of decency. This poor traveler's likely to think that the Imperial City is full of indecent folk and offensive talk. Now then, after all the trouble we've caused you, is there anything we can help you with? We've got fresh buns. Just made them myself.
Buy a bun if I can cram it down your yapping maw. No, we totally... It'd be interesting to do like an evil playthrough of this one, just because of all the dialogue. I'm curious to see what the dialogue would bring out.
Talk. That's all people want to do. I don't get paid to talk. I sell buns. That's what I do.
Ha! No time to talk, he says. The only time you're ever quiet is when you're eating one of my buns. Now be polite and answer some questions.
She does have big buns. Who are you two? What are you doing here?
We're members of the local traveling circus. I'm a fire eater and Lena is a juggler. We just sell buns on the side to make a little extra silver.
Junda, could you try to be civil just this once? This buffoon of a man is Junda, and I am Lena, his wife, as he is fond of reminding me. We sell buns here in the city. Well, I bake, and he sells.
Search for Master Lee. Have you heard of him?
If he hasn't bought a bun from me, I likely don't know him. Come to think of it, if he hasn't bought a bun from me, I don't want to know him.
Yeah.
Junda, you withered old coconut. What's your problem? There's more to life than selling these buns, you know. I'm sorry to say I haven't heard of your friend either, and I'm not sure what you mean by master. Try the Scholars Garden. The people there might know your friend.
You can tell me about the Imperial City.
There is much to tell about the city, but we do need to sell the buns while they're fresh. Perhaps you could be more specific?
Yes, more questions. Are you sure I couldn't interest you in a bun? They're nice and fresh, or at least they were when we started talking.
Yeah, I'm sure, like, most of the voice actors in this game are, like, they were prolific in this era, so it's probably some, like, known voice actor doing, like, doing a voice.
Death's Hand. Now there's a name you don't hear often. I'm just a simple bun seller, but even I know enough to be careful who I utter that name around.
For once we agree, husband. Death's Hand is a walking nightmare. It is said that if you see him coming, then it's already too late. But enough of wives' tales. Just be careful who you mention that name to, unless you wish to draw bad attention to yourself.
Yeah, a lot of the voices, like, yeah, I've heard this voice before. I can't place the name, but I know the voice, right?
I have buns to sell, and it doesn't look like you're buying.
Don't mind him. He just takes a while to get used to. Much like an ache in the bones if it
Not
lasts
enough.
long enough. Eventually, you learn to ignore it. Good day to you.
Barbara Goodson. Wouldn't know the name. Might know the voice. Yeah, you get some voice actors where they have names that are extremely well known, right? So you know the person by the name, but I did. Gem of Foresight. Waiting traps cause no focus. Eh. Laharl. Who's Laharl? Like Sky. Like Sky is Cam Clark. Like Cam Clark is a very recognizable voice, right?
Always happy to help. What do you need? I haven't been to the Imperial City in a while. I traveled here some time ago in my hunt for Gao. In fact, this is where the hunt began. I've come full circle, and I think it's time to let go of the past.
I know who Laharl is, but like,
We have exciting things ahead of us.
who voices Laharl? Was that lady? Was she the one that voices Laharl? No shame dwelling on the past.
There's no point in living in the past either.
No.
In my heart,
Much different voice.
I know my daughter rests as easily as any spirit now. Whatever happens, I have that. And if we succeed, I know she finds peace. If I could go back, I don't know if I would. I'm a different man now, and while I treasure the past, I look forward to the future with the same warmth.
Foresee a rich future of traveling land of the wooing, fainting noble one, don't you? Is something specific you're looking forward to?
Besides seeing what trouble you get yourself into next, you mean? You know, I look forward most to the day when I figure out how to deal with you. A woman as strong as she is beautiful is rare, but I've encountered that combination before. Normally, I try to flatter you into my bed, but you're better than that. You're a companion and a damn skilled warrior, so I find I never quite know how to deal with you.
I don't know, wouldn't mind a bit of flattery here and there. So I guess like the two main love interests so far is him and like the other, whatever his name is. The second dude we met. Second
See,
follower.
now you're flirting with me, and I'm left here stammering. I don't deny your beauty. I just don't want to treat you like I would other women. I respect you, and, well, let's just leave it at that for now.
I'm wondering if you chose the male character. Like so far, the only female, like unless it's like Star Wars, where if depending on the gender you choose, you get like different characters to join you. Because right now, the only love interest for a male character would be Dawnstar here. Although I'm assuming, yeah, probably Dawnstar or the princess, whatever her name is there, the Sky Fox, which is obviously this one right here. And for the women, you have Sky and Sagacious Zoo.
Dead or alive, it doesn't matter to me. What can I get for you today?
Okay, this is the one we need for the that other recipe that we had there. Let's buy that. Tiger Mantra. +5 health, +5 focus. Golden Tongue. 3 mine, 100% chance to evade tramps. Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah, can we teleport to that place from here? Or just talking to him from here?
No. I must stay at the camp to look after the marvelous dragonfly.
Let's teleport to the camp instantly. I'm sure that vase is worth way more than $3 that I got out of it. Yeah, for a marketplace, there doesn't seem to be a lot of market people.
The Imperial City is beautiful, but you still have to be careful in certain areas.
It's like one merchant in the entire marketplace. Like a merchant you can actually interact with. It wasn't in the marketplace. It was like on the side of the marketplace.
Lost, citizen? Be about your business and stay out of trouble.
The Black Leopard School.
Do you really think we'll find Second Brother here in the city?
Why ask me? I don't even want to be here. Second Brother probably decided he didn't want to listen to Master Radiant anymore, and left to get some peace.
Never! Second Brother is devoted to Master Radiant. If anything, I suspect Master Smiling Hawk had something to do with his disappearance.
What? You dare accuse Master Smiling Hawk?
Quiet, you worms. You're here to look for Second Brother, not bicker like school children. Now get moving.
Second Brother twice removed.
A few years ago, there were rumors of conflict in the leadership of the Black Leopard School.
Where are you, Sky? Oh, hello.
You're a fool if you believe what Master Smiling Hawk teaches. Brute force is not always the best way to win a battle.
Oh, and Master Radiant's ways are better? I don't think so. Brute force is the only way to get what you want, and I can prove it.
How?
I'll show you. Hey, you! What do you think you're doing here? Get out of here or we'll throw you out!
Just visiting. Please let me pass.
Ha! You sound like my weakling friend over here. Oh, please let me pass? No. Now, how about you just turn yourself around before you get hurt?
How about you let me pass?
You don't hear so well, do you? Maybe we'll just have to show you what we mean. Come on, let's teach our visitor some respect.
Stone Immortal! Longsword!
Woufna aknakir Yakova krui ni rui kuperfita.
Guess he's Master Raging whatever the hell. Necessary escalations leads to needless deaths, yeah.
Peace, Third Brother. That is no way to treat a guest.
Hey, they attacked me.
Enough. Leave us, Third Brother, before you disgrace the school and yourself, and take these novices with you.
Vosa ir son sikun wan kut aku kawuk tatir. Wo ufna aknakir Yakova krui ni rui kuperfita.
I'm very sorry about that. We are not accustomed to having visitors. My name is First Brother Kai. Welcome to the Black Leopard School.
Your students could use a little bit of restraint.
Yes, you are quite right. Normally this kind of thing would never happen at the Black Leopard School. Fortunately, you seemed more than capable of handling the situation. In all my years, I've never seen anyone but a master with skills like yours. I would not normally ask, but would you be interested in joining our school? It would be an honor to have someone of your skill.
Who would I want to join your school?
Well, it's obvious that you can fight, and I assume you want to improve like all fighters do. Even someone of your skill could find a challenge or two here. The school provides a safe place to practice against different opponents with different styles. You will no doubt catch the eye of one of the masters. They know unique
You don't need a
styles and
resume.
will likely teach you, if you impress them.
Resume's my fist. Sure.
Excellent. I must speak with the masters on your behalf. They are the final judge of such matters. Wait here. Good news. Master Radiant agreed to let you join. A rare honor indeed.
In fact, he would like to meet with you once you have proven yourself. First, however, Master Radiant wants to ensure that your fight against the novices was not just luck. You must now defeat each of the brothers here at the school.
You just defeated 4 of your students at once. That sounds reasonable.
Good. A positive attitude will win you many fights before you even begin. You have proven you can defeat our novices. Now you must prove yourself against the brothers. The brothers have trained long and are second only in skill to the masters. 6th brother is the least skilled, so you will start with him. Work your way to 3rd brother. If you succeed against him, you will then challenge me.
What about 2nd brother?
2nd brother is not here. For now, you must face only 3rd brother and myself, after you've defeated the other brothers. I must be honest with you. I believe Master Radiant has a plan in allowing you to join us. As you may have heard, there are 2 masters at this school. Master Radiant and I have tried for some time to temper Master Smiling Hawk's ways. He is cunning and ruthless, and has little regard for students. Normally I wouldn't speak openly about such things, but you are new, and your skill will draw his attention. Be careful. Master Smiling Hawk is a dangerous man.
Or does Master Radiant tolerate him?
It is complicated. If you prove yourself, I'm sure that Master Radiant will be more than happy to explain it to you. For now, be careful and focus on defeating the brothers.
Master Smiling Hawk?
Start with 6th brother and ask him to fight with you. I'm sure he'll be eager. Once you've defeated all the brothers, come and see me. Good luck.
Zohao grew up in a small fishing village in the south. His uncle was a great warrior, but he died when Zohao was still quite young. The young man longed for the ways of his uncle, but his parents did not want him to get involved in such a dangerous life. Despite their cautions, Zohao used his uncle's incomplete journals and notes to teach himself how to fight, eventually creating his own techniques to fill in the blanks. His new style was eventually called Black Leopard style, and it was one of the most formidable styles of his time. Let's walk through the Zen garden here. Balanced. He's got a lot of points in spirit. I guess with like different skills and stuff I picked up. Great points. Story door cannot be opened this time. It's a piece of paper. I don't think it'd be very hard to open.
It was foolish of us to challenge you earlier. I apologize for my impudence.
You certainly taught us a thing or two about fighting. I'm just glad you didn't hurt us too badly.
You filthy little swine! Look what you've done! Do you think I have nothing better to do than to clean up after you pigs all day long?
Yes, mistress. I mean, no, mistress.
Get out! Get out of here before I break your skull open, you little rat!
She sounds fun.
This isn't a public restaurant. We only serve the students here. You'll have to go back to the city if you're hungry.
Actually, I'm a student.
Well, good for you. Do you want me to bake a special dessert in your honor?
You'll do that? Ask you some questions.
Questions about what? Go ask your teacher if you have questions.
Tell me about the Black Leopard School.
You're the student, you tell me. What is there to tell? The boys come and learn to fight, and they think that's all there is to the world. Learning and fighting. They are very good at both, but put any one of them in a room with a lady and they just wither away. I'm surprised they even let you join. Never seen
know,
a
right?
girl in here except to help with the cooking or the cleaning.
I hope you knock some sense into those boys.
More about yourself.
Me? Is this some ploy to get an extra serving of fish in your soup tonight? It won't work, you know. But since you asked, I am the headmistress here at the school. I organize everything that these witless fighters forget to do. Paperwork, laundry, cooking, you name it. It's a thankless job. Never so much as a smile or a wave as I labor over my work. If it wasn't for me, this place would fall apart.
We know about the masters.
Masters? Ha! I'm the only master of this school. Those other two hide in their rooms all day long doing who knows what. How can you be master of anything when you never participate? It's unnatural. Of course, it wasn't always that way, or at least that's what I've heard. There was only one master once. Makes sense to me. Too many cooks in the kitchen, as I always say.
Bye.
Good. I have work to do.
Ognigua id qua an il noriok wowo nifitair.
We may be novices, but we're still skilled. Your lucky third brother stopped that fight when he did.
Uh-huh.
You may have defeated us, but third brother will teach you what real fighting is like.
Trying to break that pot. I guess it's this jar here that's targeting. $22.
You must be the new student. I'm fifth brother Shang Jin. There's been quite a stir regarding your entry into the school. Most unorthodox. It would seem Master Radiant is up to his tricks again. Regardless, I can't fight you until you've defeated sixth brother. Is there something else I can do for you?
What do you think happened to second brother?
I have no idea, though he was very vocal in condemning Master Smiling Hawk. Perhaps he grew tired of all the bickering here and decided to leave. I know if I was a follower of Master Radiant, I would likely get very bored, very quickly. Maybe he just decided to go to a new school, somewhere more peaceful. Of course, I'll be glad to spar with you once you've defeated sixth brother.
Hello, my name is fourth brother Yu, and you must be the new prodigy. First brother told us to watch out for you. He said that you're very talented. Of course, until you've defeated fifth brother, I'll just have to take his word for it. Is there something else I can do for you in the meantime? I've been trying to find that out myself. I even sent a few of the students into the city to see if they could discover the truth. Master Smiling Hawk was the last to speak with second brother, though I still don't know what they discussed. It's no secret that they disliked each other. Third brother told me that Master Smiling Hawk sent second brother into the city on an errand, but nobody saw him leave the school. I fear second brother has run into trouble, and I suspect Master Smiling Hawk is behind it all.
Damn it, Smiling Hawk.
As you wish. Once you've defeated fifth brother, come and see me for a match.
Won't take long. By the time Zhao Hao was 20, he had already mastered his new style. Rather than leave his small home, he decided to start a school and have the students come to him. Word slowly spread throughout the south of a new master teaching a unique style. In time, the school became one of the most powerful in all the south. But Zhao Hao soon became known as Master Black Leopard. Though he gained many eager students, Zhao Hao never gave away all the secrets of Black Leopard's style, believing instead that his students should create for themselves a new style of the basics, just as he had. Black Leopard's style died with Master Black Leopard. No one since has been able to learn its deepest secrets.
So you're the one who was challenging our novices earlier. That might impress Master Radiant, but it won't get you noticed by Master Smiling Hawk. I'm 6th Brother Gao Shan. If you think you can defeat a disciple of Master Smiling Hawk, challenge me. I assure you, I'm much tougher than the novices.
Fight.
Alright, follow.
Seems like they're cutting their dialogue quite a bit there.
Stone Immortal! Longsword! Leaping Tiger! Legendary Stride! Focus! Stone Immortal! Longsword! Focus!
There's no point using anything other than sword.
That was lucky. I'll be ready for you next time.
There's no next time. I defeated you.
Hello again. What can I do for you?
I'm here to kick your ass.
As you wish. Follow me.
Next.
Thank you for the opportunity to learn from you. Goodbye.
Good to see you again. What can I do for you?
Last beaten
Let's
time.
go then.
Focus!
Very impressive. I can see the masters were right to let you train with us. Well, thank you for the fight.
Okir okun wan pifir ir witiwik, ir wasa ir sankut.
What right now? Sure, you're very skilled, third brother.
Og nigwa ir kwa an ir nor yok wo nifitayir. Nawara irok, wasa ir tatasir uyu.
Master Smiling Hawk. I've been looking forward to meeting him.
Sata asoni wakwakir fonir noni.
Thank you, third brother, that is all. You are dismissed.
Sotakwa air norokir tana.
So, you are the new student I have heard so much about. Rarely does someone so young display the ability that you have shown. I noticed that you did not come from one of our usual schools. Do you mind if I asked you who your real master is?
Master Leaf Two Rivers.
I don't think I've heard of him. Nevertheless, he obviously taught you well. You have talent. And with second brother's death, we have need of a brother. I asked him to do something for me. He refused. Let me be blunt. Master Radiant is holding this school back. He's holding me back. Radiant is weak. He follows the way of harmony. His methods are slow and pitiful. This school belongs to me. I want Master Radiant removed, and you're the one to do it. You have certain abilities that will enable you to defeat my rival.
Deal with this yourself. I want no part of it.
I would deal with it myself, if I could. However, Radiant is a unique problem, and you are the solution. You are the only one here capable of defeating Master Radiant. And rest assured, I will reward you extremely well for ridding me of him. To begin with, you'll have to deal with First Brother Kai. Destroy him, and you'll only be left with Radiant. But together, they would be too powerful.
Would never hurt First Brother Kai or Master Radiant.
So, First Brother is already winning you over, I see. He is pathetic, and so is his precious master. Do as I ask, and I will teach you things that no one else can. I also have a few rare items that should appeal to you.
I'll just beat you up and take them now.
Kill First Brother and Master Radiant. The task is straightforward.
Won't get any help from me.
You are a fool! You could have had everything. Instead, you will not survive your match with Third Brother. I will see to it. Now get out!
Like a save in case it does some like weird stuff. Look, let's cheap Third Brother. Let's fight. Yep. Super evil. Got some really good training there. You should give me a little more training.
Do not disgrace yourself further, Third Brother. Accept your defeat and learn from it.
Oops.
That was quite a match. I've never seen Third Brother Rinshan fight that well, and yet you still beat him.
Thanks, it was a difficult fight.
Master Radiant was sure you would prevail. He asked me to bring you to him once you defeated Third Brother. You won't have to test yourself against me after all. Come, let's go see him. He is anxious to speak with you.
But I wanted to beat you up. It's a ghost. The master is just like a ghost. Like, technically, the other guy should be the master then, if this guy's dead, but, you know, whatever. Great Master Radiant is a ghost? Yeah. Somebody's married to his job a little too hard there. Yes, I would like to know.
Master, I never.
Should go back to him and say, hey, yeah, Mr. Radiant's dead now. Give me my reward. Dangerous path to tread. Nod head and pretend to be listening. Power is hard to gain, even harder to let go. What's in cottage pie? I usually eat shepherd's pie, but usually like the, you know, just the meat, potatoes, and corn version. There's other versions, obviously, but Unless that's like cottage pie. I know there's different versions. In French, it's pâté chinois, which is like Chinese pie, basically. That's how it's known.
Nararo, na pirapirni, niktakatashi. Yukut ni kunk uno sa irson kudnoka ukyorir. Irkana, o nikasurir kwana noka sa iriruru.
A shameless act of cowardice.
Ipanar nuko iwa ir, nikasanarir, iruru ni nuwa sa irkana. Sata tawi ir, wo nawa fu kuno sukut nia awafawa ir sutuk. Ikir niktine piru, wo ifirek uk sun puno.
So how can we stop him?
Wo sun puno no, yapapap nasia uir sa ir uth. Niato no napadi irovir, kuni uk nawata ir. Nararo, na pirapirni, niktakatashi.
Why doesn't he just finish you off?
Irkana, o nigasurir kwana no kasa iriruru. Tawi ir kawana ir suni ir ipoki.
Why don't you kill him yourself?
Sata tawi ir wo nawa fu kuno sukut nia awafawa ir sutuk. Ipanar nuko iwa ir nikasanarir iruru ni nuwa sa irkana.
Why didn't Smiling Hawk just tell everyone you were dead?
Sata tawi ir wo nawa fu kuno sukut nia awafawa ir sutuk.
He'll destroy Smiling Hawk. Doesn't seem to be any, like...
O no yui wa kitsu sa iroko wa shusi. Sa ir yakowak kokonato si ir ipanoneniko.
I should have killed you sooner. You had such promise, but in the end you were just like second brother. Soon you will share his fate as well.
Why do you hate Radiant so much?
Radiant is dead. His time has passed. Now is the time for the living. Help me destroy him and I will make this school more powerful than ever before. Now you see why I need you. You have the power to deal death to the spirits, to Radiant. I will give you one chance to change your mind, now that you have seen what Radiant truly is. Help me remove him, and I will reward you.
Crazy you think I could join you.
I liked you, and I had so hoped we could come to some sort of agreement. But I suppose that just won't work.
Like Matrix thing for a second there.
Now I will give you a demonstration of true skill. Unfortunately, you won't be around long enough to learn from it.
Focus!
Is this what skill?
No, third brother. I have a much better use for you.
No, rip third brother.
Ukir rufani nikerpa.
Now we will finish this.
Focus!
That was hard.
Smiling Hawk! You killed him!
Chose his fate. Attack me and your fate will be similar.
What? No! First Brother sent me to find you. He was worried Master Smiling Hawk's followers might overwhelm you. I can see that isn't the case. Master Radiant and First Brother are waiting for you. I'll go tell them that you survived.
Master, why must you leave? I still have so much to learn from you, and we need a strong master to rebuild the school.
So I defeated Smiling Hawk and he gets to be master. Congratulations, First Brother, or should I say master?
Thank you. If it wasn't for you, well, this never would have happened. It seems to me that you're the one who should receive this honor.
Thanks is enough. Yes, very interested.
I would speak with you alone, Master Radiant, before you go. If you wait outside, I will join you in a minute. I have something I would like to offer you, and thanks for your help.
Very well, and good luck, Master Radiant. Paralyzing palm, heaven's blessing.
There you are. Master Radiant has gone, and I'm left to lead this school on my own. I'll miss him very much, but at least we are rid of Smiling Hawk. I wanted to thank you for all you've done, but I also wanted to show you some items that belong to Master Smiling Hawk. I thought you might find something of interest.
Glad I could help. Is there anything more I could do?
You're welcome to visit the school and spar with us whenever you like. The students need someone like you to knock some sense into them from time to time.
Want to practice fight.
Good. I could use a good fight right about now.
Rote of the Endless Mind, Gem of Inner Genius.
Focus! Legendary strike! Leaping tiger! Body restored.
-5 body, -5 spirit, +10 mind. Damage shield. Only followers of the way of the open palm may use this gem. mean, that requires me to be hit. Esoteric styles, sinister reputation, many more peaceful masters for the ability to render an opponent helpless without killing him. Yeah, I mean, just paralyzes enemies, I guess. Try it out.
You're welcome to... Good.
Paralyzing palm.
Isn't paralyzed for very long, but then again, haven't leveled it up yet, so.
You can't match me. Legendary strike. Long sword. Paralyzing palm. Long sword. Paralyzing palm. Long sword. Paralyzing palm.
Yeah, the super attack doesn't really last very long, though. If you hit him with a combo, at least you can switch to a weapon and, like...
Long sword. Paralyzing palm.
Yeah, if you get a combo in, then yeah, you have time to actually do something with another attack before the paralysis goes away. Otherwise, yeah, it's kind of pointless. But of course, yeah, if I put some points into it, like, if I increase the duration, it might actually be useful. Assuming we're done with whatever quests were in that area. It made more sense to save after the load, not before. Sometime after Scholar Shu Wen, his prototype flyer disappeared, an apprentice from the Imperial City discovered the scholar's cryptic notes, detailing the use of an inscrutable power source. The apprentice showed this information to his master, General Sun Tao. Sun Tao was an engineer before he joined the army and recognized the potential of the scholar's work. Convinced Emperor Sun Xuan to fund a project to develop the flyer for use in the army. Emperor agreed readily, and after several months of trying, the first true flyer was created. Within a year, the skies near the Imperial Palace were filled with flyers. Though the safety of the new flyers was questionable, it didn't take long for others to adopt and improve upon the design.
Sipa sair ki unir shinro si ipa.
My uncle saw a ghost while traveling in the south.
The Golden Way. No way.
I've missed the city. For everything wrong with the Empire right now, this place reminds me of what we're trying to save.
Interesting, you could like go into the map while it's loading. Now we're here. We have that one new power source thing for that quest. Doesn't like this spot right here, especially. Like this spot like loads. If you go here, it like loads this area, I guess. If you go here, it loads this area. If you go here, it loads this area. Like 3 loading screens in one. Alright, cardless. Thank you.
What did you want to talk about?
Anything you want to talk about?
I was thinking about the Imperial City. It is such an expansive place with a great deal of history, but my gift lets me see other things as well. Glimmers of the past.
What kind of things have you seen?
It is deep and layered. The lives of people spent in the shadow of the wall. Working, dying, never leaving. All their experiences have left marks upon it. The stones echo with their passing. Sometimes I can almost hear their voices.
Haven't you mentioned this before?
I get hints, but nothing that seems useful. They are visions that are possible, or that
We go to the
possibly
graveyard area, we're gonna have to bring
They're
her.
very strong in the city, but they overlap as well. It has history, ages of history, and much of it is covered in blood and misery. And not all of that is in the distant past. There are dark currents I cannot see clearly. The threads of fate are woven in the city, or will be. Does that make sense? I don't know anymore.
Have you seen anything that could be of help?
Any spirits that can speak clearly are asking for help themselves. The world is upside down. It seems like there is so much more at stake than just our master's safety. I am worried, but I know you'll be able to set things right. Let's get going. I feel a chill.
Inconsiderate deed. Yeah. Thank you. Your engine was closing down. Logged in, downloaded the EA client. Had this game in there. Oh yeah. I know, right? It's a good game.
Yes, yes, what can I do for you? Busy, busy. No time for chatty, chatty.
Surprise Origin still exists. Thought it was down a long time ago. Think about Lord Lau's furnace.
Yes, yes, I am eager to return there. It is a masterful array of artful mechanics, despite being a bit overly polished. This Lord Lau, he could use a bit of restraint.
You identified any more configurations for the machine?
No, I have not had any new insights. The best option I can suggest is just to keep your eyes open. There has to be reference to them somewhere. There were a few simple symbols on one of the larger furnace gears. I made a note of what it might translate to. Here, have a look.
Take me back to the furnace.
Certainly. It's just a flick of a switch, and I'm reasonably sure the trip isn't even doing any irreparable harm.
Transcribe gear etchings. Yeah, being an Xbox exclusive didn't help things. I mean, obviously in PC it was probably played a bunch, but yeah, for console players, definitely not the majority of players would have played this. Xbox was not the RPG console. Scrolled by King after he translated some of the markings and larger gears of Lord Lau's furnace. Suggests that one of the machine's configurations is in a chest somewhere in the place of all dead. Alright. So basically just telling you there's one of them in the necropolis or whatever. So this is the one here for the foul water. Only the water wheel and the plotting stack. Yeah, so just water wheel, plotting stack. The clapping chimney, whatever the hell they called. Alright, so you don't lose any fuel you put in there. It stays in there. If you screw up or whatever. Well, sulfurious water. Reset thing. I don't know if anything's preset from our previous visit, but... Dragon button seems hard to hit. We gotta finish. We probably have to wait for those things to finish doing whatever they need to do. No, it's just... I don't know. Like the tiger button... I was gonna say tiger button's easy to hit, but... I maybe finish clapping. Spirit of the Master. Right. Increased magical damage. I'll take it. Alright, so the dragon one configuration is guided by the tiger burn bright as the cauldron bubbles in the night. Configuration is guided by the tiger burn bright, so I'm assuming either you need to do the tiger configuration first, so with the cow reservoir, then add the cogs. But it does say water infused with sulfur, so they probably still have to do the... Yeah, you probably still need to do the sulfur thing. So, gotta get more. See if I can buy more from the merchant. He probably just has one of each. I'll see, like, restocks.
You know, I think I actually like this job better than my last.
No. Does not restock. If you don't log in with Nuclear Line, they'll delete your account. Wow. This is why digital... That's why digital games are, like, the most bullshit thing. Because, yeah, if they delete your account, all your games go bye-bye, so you don't own anything. I'm sure they could easily, like, port those accounts over, but, you know.
A most intriguing place. Very well. In the meantime, I will try to see if I can learn anything more about this interesting machine. I can always bring us back here later.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure. This with GOG, you can download the games, store them on another media or whatever, and, you know, you get to keep those as long as, you know, your media doesn't, like, go away. With other ones, if their stores go down, yeah, you're screwed. You have no way of getting those games anymore. And you can't access them because you need that launcher to, like, even play them most of the time, so those games are all but gone if they close those launchers. So yeah, GOG is definitely the best way if you're trying to pick up any PC games. But anyway, you look at it, physical is always the best. Not that you have that kind of choice for PC, obviously, but... Assuming I can't do any more arena stuff until we continue the story. Princess is probably getting antsy waiting for us here.
Uxier watuafu ni.
Many people try to break into the Bronze Division and fail miserably.
You should be proud of yourself.
You deserve it. It was an honor to face you.
Crimson Kana is the champion of this round. You'll have to face her eventually. Be ready when you do.
Tell me about my next fight.
Your next fight? I'd love to, but I'm still arranging the details of your entry into the Browns division.
Right, right.
Besides, didn't you have some mysterious lady in black looking to meet you? Hardly an invitation I'd turn down.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, it's kind of gone that way with some console games too. But yeah, back then PC was definitely like when we were transitioning from physical to, you know, digital only. That was definitely a thing. Still had they still had like physical boxes in the store, but all you got is like a code on a download code on a card. To the Golden Gate. Welcome, dear traveler, to the illustrious Imperial City, the heart of civilization in the world and the seat of power in the Jade Empire. In this fine city, the wonders of modern age are plain for all to see. Walk down the expansive boulevard, shop at the many fine booths and stores, and see how the most advanced and civilized people in the world live. You'll be awed and amazed by the sights of the city. Explore the Imperial City for the experience of a lifetime. Yeah, physical manuals. I mean, you still get the rare game that has something, but usually, if it has anything, it's just gonna be like a little mini art booklet. You're not gonna have like actual instructions in the instruction manual. The most annoying thing, though, is when you get games that are like remasters of older games that did have manuals, and then those come with no manual, so but they don't like really explain much in game because, you know, it's based on a game that had a manual. Those are the most annoying ones. Hey, good Tufo for ready. You own this but never played it? It's fantastic. I'd highly recommend it. If you like KOTOR games at all, like, you'll love this one. Same idea, like combat's more action-based compared to KOTOR, but it's got, you know, pretty much the typical KOTOR like light dark system. Like open palm and closed fist, so evil or good, a bunch of different abilities, etc. Sephiroth, and thank you so much for the 79 months, good Tofu. Very nice. Figured since it's on Xbox OG. Well, the nice thing is if you have any modern, like you can play it on PC, so you can get it's on sale at GOG for like $5. If you have a modern Xbox, it's backwards compatible. It's one of the OG Xbox games that are backwards compatible, which give you a really nice high resolution version, like I'm playing right now. So you got like higher resolution textures, models, etc. It looks really good for an Xbox era game. Lots of voice acting, etc. Great game.
Oh good, another fighter. Just what this city needs. More fighters.
Be like a kung fu wizard, yeah. The combat is a little simplistic, I find. I mean, most of the time, like, you're just mashing the A button. Like, that's pretty much all you're doing, and jumping around with the B button. That's about it. So, combat's fairly simple. And it doesn't have, like, the combat doesn't... One thing I find annoying is there's no momentum. So you can be, like, running towards somebody and then, like, hitting the attack button to just stop in place, usually, like, a foot away from them and just, like, whiff. You know what I mean? Like, you can't, like, move towards the enemy while you're attacking, kind of thing. Yeah, this is definitely upscaled. Like this is running, I don't know, it's in like 720p or whatever, but it's definitely like, you know, it's definitely HD. 720p, 1080p, it's 4K, I don't know what it's actually running at. I don't know if there's a way of really seeing, but it's, yeah, definitely higher resolution. And textures, like, especially the models and stuff, like 3D models, like, probably looks way better than it did on the OG Xbox. Like some, like, you know, random walking passerbys, not so much, but the actual, like, followers and, of course, your character. Yeah, it looks fantastic. History Hostel, Theater Pavilion, Scholars Garden. Is this Necropolis, I'm guessing? Yeah. The Bloom, yeah. The Bloom could be the HDR thing, too, because I have, but we can't see it. Yeah, it's probably slightly off the screen there in the capture, because it's cropped. But this thing has auto HDR, so looks great on my TV, but I imagine the capture makes it look a little more, like, bloomed. But yeah,
Hold on there.
it's a thing of its era.
Into the necropolis, a dangerous area. You shouldn't go in there unless you have some business there.
What's wrong with the necropolis?
Ghosts have been rising up everywhere in the Empire, I've heard. So many have come up in the necropolis that it just isn't safe anymore. It would take an army of us to clear them out, if we could do it at all. We can't even safely post a guard in there. We just warn people away. The Lotus Assassins want everyone kept away as well. First time I've heard of them being altruistic.
This game is good as they say. Well, if you like KOTOR games, you'll definitely like this. I'm enjoying it. This is an easy 5 out of 5 so far. I can't see that changing after like 18 hours. How bad has it become?
Bad. Real bad. Monks used to go in every few weeks to clean out the ones who had risen. But lately it's become too much for them to handle. You look like a warrior. I'm sure you know that even if you disperse a ghost in combat, they reform again eventually. It takes a long time, but it's inevitable. Leave the dead to their own is what I say. Just
yeah, I mean, the Xbox definitely had the advantage of coming out later with newer hardware, so yeah, games that are multi-console generally look better on the Xbox, but you know, PS2 is where the majority of my collection laid, so if you could pick up PS2 games when I can. Where did all this start?
Things have been bad over the past few, let's say 5 years. No one has any idea why so many of the dead refuse to return to the Wheel of Life peacefully. Oh, we know.
Hey, Cornhusker. Thank you.
Not happy. Not happy at all.
Not happy at all. Thanks for the warning.
I'd hate to see a pretty lady like you get hurt. If you're going in there, just watch your back.
Pretty lady. He called me pretty. Beggar's Song.
I greet you, my lady. I wonder if you might have some silver to spare.
Caused by any excessive bathing on your part.
It's a random dialogue in the background. But your clothes are expensive and you speak like a noble.
I come from a very wealthy family. As such, I have a certain lifestyle to maintain. Parties, female admirers, lots of wine. You understand.
That doesn't explain why you're begging.
I have to have an income, don't I? My father looked at my considerable expenses and told me to get my own silver.
So you turned to begging?
Of course. I am a noble. The shame of manual labor or the stink of trade must not be allowed to touch me, or even waft its way close to me.
There's no shame in begging?
How could there be shame? You've got it and I want it. Should I steal it? Never. Simply ask like a civilized soul, I say.
Exactly. Begging is way better.
Your work is indecipherable to the masses. You are destined for obscurity.
I don't know what Ken Clark's saying back there, but what a load of refuse.
I read all the greatest philosophers and consulted with wise men before reaching this decision. I assure you the philosophical underpinnings are quite sound. Wisdom is only gained by experience, wine, women, and song, as it were. But a life of revel with no reflection still does not lead to true wisdom. One must ponder, one must daydream.
I'm sure there's people who make careers of begging.
Sullying my hands with work. When would I think? How could I grow wise?
I'm sure some people probably make more money with begging than they would with like any real job. Standing like a, you know, whenever you drive downtown, there's always like people with lights like begging. If they get, let's say, $2 per light, they're probably making like, you know, $40 an hour or something like that. So you begging in order to pay for drunken debauchery, all in service of becoming truly wise.
Well, it loses some of the subtlety when you put it that way. But yes.
You would be a substandard dancer.
That was worth a silver. Take this.
If you want to give me that coin because I entertained you, I will not have it. To think an entertainer.
Fine, goodbye.
And a very good day to you, miss.
Your appearance and manner of dress are insufficient to determine gender.
Who's saying that stuff?
Indecipherable to the masses. You are destined for obscurity. Your parentage is below average, and your ancestry is of questionable worth. You dress yourself in the manner of a common laborer. Nobody's paying any attention.
Keep trying, just as I instructed.
Your physique seems exceptional. Clearly you are a peasant. A noble could afford sloth.
What are you doing? Why are you attempting to insult me?
Your breath is like the wind of an ox. Your last meal was of suspect quality.
As for an explanation, just for yourself, I would take offense.
Your beliefs are superficial, and your culture is substandard.
There's no point to your insults. Defend your claims or cease this instant.
You are right to demand an explanation. Forgive my servant. I instructed him to find someone not distracted by mere insults, someone who would command respect. Your demand for justification of his arguments was admirable. You are exactly what we need.
Explain yourself.
An outlander strolled into the city several days ago and now sits like a cormorant taking what he wants from the river of our hospitality. He balks at our attempts to calm him and answers requests for payment with strange coins of questionable value. He needs to go.
The city hosts many visitors. Why is he so different?
The outlander is not a dignitary or traveling merchant. He is a parody of civilized behavior. He spews insults at the emperor himself. So far, he has escaped the notice of any
Cyberpunk.
higher officials. Perhaps he was mistaken for an actor in a troupe, but that will not last. If he is reported, the Lotus assassins will take notice. They'll want to know if he was harbored or his offense was encouraged. Guilt by association is enough for them.
Perhaps I can reason with this outlander.
That's what's so infuriating. He doesn't respond to reason. He proposes challenges we don't understand, and then declares himself the winner. Several of our brightest have faced him, but as soon as they get the better of him, he sets off his strange firework and says they are beaten. Normally, the peasants like it when we intellectuals are maligned, but they tire of his presence too. Getting rid of this nuisance will endear you to many.
I'll teach him not to mock our culture.
I hope your ability matches your conviction. Several others have fallen short, despite their outrage at his antics.
Not the
He
peace
is in
sign.
the scholar's garden, and no amount of opposition has moved him. Please, I hope you will prove to be a worthy opponent.
My eyes are up here, buddy. Still have that gem, right? Yeah. Music and the other arts are vital parts of life in the Jade Empire. As with any truly civilized people, even the common man can enjoy the benefits of music in his daily life. Only the music of the Jade Empire itself truly satiates this primal urge. Lesser, more savage peoples that surround us know nothing of true culture. Their primitive beatings and wailings cannot touch the soul as truly as have the masters of the water swallow, or the heart-wrenching tragedy of falling star. For this reason, if not others, it is our duty as a cultured people to bring civilization and joy to the arts of those less advanced and gifted societies. Yeah, it wasn't inside of us, as they often go. God, the pathfinding in this game sometimes. You tell it to like, hey, open this thing. It's like, all right, let me walk around this way. It's like finally finds a way. Hostile.
Lost, citizen? Be about your business?
Open the hostel.
All those nobles with fat purses and thin intellects. I swear, heaven must look like this.
You're a common thief. Stand is covered with books, papers, and other elements related to the play of some sort. Oh, this must be the, where we can find that, what his name was there, but con man dude. So it ain't up here. This guy. Definitely not young. Anybody? No? Just nowhere to be seen. He's actually in the garden.
I didn't expect you in your strange training to make it to the Imperial City. You are proving to be a very interesting person.
Hey, princess.
I should have seen it coming. I suspect that we share a similar strength.
Changed again, princess. Who are you now?
As the Heavenly Lily, I am above suspicion, but I am restrained by fawning servants. Silk Fox can go anywhere, and people are not shy about their reactions. There is a thrill, of course, and it allows me to find information useful to us both. Death's Hand brought your Master Li to the palace a few days ago. I saw the flyer. He was bound in chains. He must be powerful, or you are. There was something familiar about him as well.
It's familiar because you're related. He is Sun Li.
Why would you say that? Is that what he told you? I'm sorry, but I simply cannot believe that your Master Li is the glorious strategist.
You didn't recognize him as family? Doesn't matter what you believe. I know it, and that is enough.
Sun Li died 20 years ago. Everyone was told that he and Prince Qin, the third brother, fell defending the Empire. Now, it seems they may have been traitors. I discovered this looking through records for information on Death's Hand. Perhaps he tried to influence Sun Li and Sun Qin before corrupting my father. But it doesn't matter who your master is. I could take you to the palace, but Death's Hand controls what my father hears. He must be discredited for you to succeed.
Let's get to the palace. What do I need to do?
Death's Hand has almost total control over my father. We must find conclusive evidence of his crimes and reveal his corruption. And I know how. Construction on the wall has stopped for the first time in generations. The workers now toil in factories building powerful creatures of stone and clay called golems. Death's Hand could use these automatons to seize the Empire, and my father is oblivious. We must infiltrate the Lotus Assassins and find evidence of this treachery.
Gold factory, like you described, can't be small. What if we just identified it?
My father may have approved the factory without considering what it could be used for. If we just tell him my suspicions, he will dismiss them. We need proof of Death's Hand's intent from the seat of his power, the Lotus Assassin Fortress. It would be impossible to assault, so just walk in. They are
Sometimes, like, the dialogue just gets cut off. If I had a number of them, I would be spotted.
Have any Lotus Assassins who saw your face lived to report back? I doubt it. They will not recognize you as the person who fought them in Tian's Landing. They have a vague description full of guesswork that has guards holding people at random. Besides, they expect an attack, not someone trying to catch their eye. I would wager that you may profit from their tasks too. Can you see the beauty in using their own methods of recruitment to fight them? I think they deserve it.
How can this be done?
There are guilds within the Lotus Assassins. Executioners look for fearsome warriors. Inquisitors are more subversive, and they look for cunning in their agents. If you prove yourself in the arena, they will notice you. My people can spread rumors of your interest. The Executioner will take a real interest when you finish the silver round. Or if you prefer, the Inquisitor recruiter is also seeking new people. He might be open to persuasion.
You know a lot about the Lotus Assassins. Why?
Death's Hand rules over the Lotus Assassins, so I take special interest in their activities. I've had most of my life to ask questions. You suspect my motives? You have no reason to doubt me. If I wanted the Lotus Assassins to find you, I could simply tell them your name.
So I'll see if this Inquisitor is reasonable.
Ask Scholar Dongao in the Scholar's Garden about him. Dongao is closer to the Assassins than he should be. He will tell you where to meet the Inquisitor. Or seek the Executioner. My people will spread rumors of your interest, and he will approach you in the arena. They like fighters who have passed the silver round. Unless you want me with you, I will wait at your flying machine. You travel with such interesting peasants. I'm sure I'll be entertained for hours.
Travel with me now. Sky can go wait at the flyer.
A wise preference. No offense intended to your amusing companions.
I guess we got our last follower. I mean, we still have like these two, but this one is probably, I'm thinking maybe a third form of the demon one. Maybe they can merge together and make a third form or whatever. Deal extra damage with martial styles. Get this guy because he deal extra damage with weapon styles. Notice me. Hey, Trippy.
Hello again. I enjoy our little chats, but I don't think anything has changed since we last spoke. I still need evidence against Death's Hand to free my father. Meet the Executioner in the arena, or speak with Scholar Dongao in the Scholar's Garden about the Inquisitor. Hurry, or you'll lose your chance to help your master.
I talk about you. Why has your servant given me a gift?
Did you like it? I thought you might want a little assistance. Consider it a small token of my favor.
Appreciate your gift.
I thank you for your courtesy. One always likes to hear when one's gifts are appreciated. It is difficult for one of my rank to give gifts, even one so simple as what I gave you. A princess is not normally allowed to show favorites.
You might take the risk.
Better that I give it away before Death's Hand carts it off. He has been quite brazen. Besides, it was mine by birthright to do with as I wish. Must I always be dictated to by tradition, despite my respect for it? Sometimes I want what everyone else has, to be myself. Generosity is part of my character from time to time as well. It is more than most men will show for you.
Thank you for the gift and the risk you took
You are
giving
right,
it.
at least. Too many men just take what they can while they can. Perhaps we women are more civilized. But the price I may pay for helping you could be greater still. I am destined for the throne, destined to rule the Empire after my father, but that will be meaningless if Death's Hand keeps his hold on my father's mind. I fear one day he may try to interfere with the Imperial succession. Or perhaps convince my father that he should be Emperor by marriage.
Not allow such a travesty to happen.
Indeed, we cannot. I would bite my own tongue before ever allowing that man to touch me. I'm sorry, I've ruined the mood. We should continue our talk another time. First, we must expose Death's Hand, reveal his treachery and manipulation. I wish
Goodbye.
you luck. Once you have gained the trust of the Lotus Assassins, we will plan how to proceed.
Make sure I've still that gem equipped. Physical universe, a rebuttal. Scholar Xiao Shang has once again missed the central point of the philosopher's argument. We do not wish to stall development, nor do we seek to stop people from learning. Philosophers see the work of the divine in the physical world and oppose those who defy tradition only because they find the customs inconvenient or outdated. Learning and respect for the past needs not be mutually exclusive. We seek only to learn in a way that does not dishonor the celestial beings that give us our very lives.
Well, look who we have here. There's no princess to save you this time.
Uh-huh.
Do you think
He's
we'd forget?
not right behind us.
You can't humiliate us and just walk away.
Don't look at me. I can't do anything right now. Not like this.
We'll teach you to insult a guard of the Imperial City.
Longsword! Focus!
Slow the Empire.
Sword. Paralyzing palm. Legendary strike. Paralyzing palm. Legendary strike.
It's a good combo. Paralyze him and just punch him. Paralyze punch, paralyze punch. Stun lock for the win. Well, she meant, like, you know, she's not gonna, like, stop him from attacking us. Like, she just pulled off the mask. Hey, guys, I'm the princess. You know what I mean? Configuration of the snake. You found this academic leaflet and kept it. The crux of the argument leads to you think that any machine can be designed around the principle of starting motion with a tiger. All things is to dally with utter madness. This is not enough. No machine can be made by the hands of men that can be fueled by iron infused with nickel. Well, we do have that bar of nickel iron. The resulting metal, while strong, is inert to reactions. Even application of electrical current in the induction of chimney smoke into a mechanical cauldron, as proposed, produce no appreciable results. Alright, so we got that, there's electricity thing, there's that chimney thing, and mechanical cauldron? Or there was a cauldron thing, well, there probably was. So we can do that one.
Welcome, friend. The lecture won't be starting for a little while, though your enthusiasm is appreciated. I wouldn't worry about seating. Those interfering philosophers had made sure that very few people will be attending the lecture.
Can you tell me where I find the Inquisitor recruiter?
What? That's quite a question. I'm not sure who told you, but I'd appreciate it if you would keep your voice down when asking those kinds of questions. Nobody here suspects me to be anything but an overzealous scholar, and I'd like to keep it that way. So you want to know about the recruiter? You have a flying machine, do you not? Yes, I know about that. Go back to the landing area and someone will meet you there.
Tell the Inquisitor recruiter I'll be there.
He already knows, I'm sure. Now go, and I will not speak to you about this any further.
Scholars always have the best hats.
Your course is set. The Inquisitor will be waiting at your camp. Appease him, and you'll be on the road to appeasing me.
Oh my. I guess intuition is still my strongest skill. Inferior warrior gem.
To attain peace, harmony, and balance is to discover true wealth.
Uh-huh. Physical universe, the scholar's hypothesis, suggests that I, of all people, do not understand the significance or the importance of the celestial beings as preposterous. I pay my tributes at the temple because I honor those who gave us our minds and our curiosity. Philosopher Jiang ignores the crux of the problem by hiding behind his arguments of divine belief. The scholars have made some recent discoveries, such as the ways in which the clouds are formed, but the philosophers led by Jiang dismiss these theories without even hearing them out. How can we progress as society if we refuse to accept new ideas and new concepts? Philosophers would have us cling to our traditions, even at the cost of our own prosperity. Let's go this way. Long drought. Long drought stands as one of the worst periods in the Empire's recent history. 10 years of scorching heat and little rainfall took their toll on even the prodigious reserves of the Empire's granaries. The sages predicted at least 3 more devastatingly dry years, while those in the Ministry of Harmony watched the death toll mount into the hundreds of thousands. Then Emperor Sunhai declared that the drought was over, and somehow it was. Through the Emperor's divine will, green was restored to our parched land, and stability was restored. All hail the Emperor! Physical University final word. The world that we live in is not as simplistic as the philosopher Jiang would suggest in his treatise on the physical universe. This hypothesis regarding the divine regulation of weather and seasons, though interesting, is nothing more than children's tales made overly complicated. Recent research led by the scholar Dungao has proven that our seasons and weather are much more than our careless whims of celestial beings. The universe is made up of very real, very tangible components that can be carefully quantified and qualified. It sounds like he's speaking Simglish. It's just like some random like gibberish. Scholar Kungyu.
I hope you're not here to pester me. I'm a very busy, important, and educated man, you know.
What sort of studies keep you so busy?
All manner of studies. The history of dramatic systems, applied theology, and, celestial integration. All of these are vital pursuits of knowledge. Not that you would understand such lofty matters.
Try me. Why don't you tell me more about the history of dramatic systems?
Well, you see, drama can be broken down into several systems, and I study the history of those systems over time, how they've changed, and that sort of thing.
Can you outline some of these systems for me?
Well, there's the new system, of course, but everyone knows that. Then we have the, old system, which, as you may surmise, is no longer in use.
You don't know anything, do you?
That's a brief summary of my latest work, at any rate.
How have these systems changed?
Oh, it's all very complex, and I really don't feel like describing it to you at any length. That's how you know I'm a scholar, you see. An unwillingness to share all the information I have.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Too large a subject for your mind to comprehend, I'm sure.
Celestial integration, you made that one up.
Celestial integration means just that. It's integrated, celestially. Thus, the relationship between heavens and earth is one of integration and, celestial. It's a very advanced field of research. It would take several lifetimes to understand it properly, which is why my position as a scholar is so irrefutable.
He definitely does. You're a creative Yukong, aren't you?
Of course not. I'm... Ah, drat. This isn't working at all. How did you know?
Let's call it a hunch.
You're here to hunt me down, then. Lord Rento has it in for me, and I figured it would come to this. I don't suppose running would do me any good.
And someone with your skill managed to con a noble anyway.
I was unjustly accused. I simply petitioned Lady Rento for some silver to support me as an actor. Patronage, it's called. She agreed, but her husband flew into a rage when he found out, and now I have a death sentence on my head. It's not fair, and if you were a decent person, you'd help me get out of this city instead of taking me in. It's the only way I'll get clear of Lord Rento's wrath.
Give me proof that you're falsely accused.
You need more proof than my pathetic attempt to pose as a scholar? How about the fact that Lord Rento was out of town when I bilked him? Not that anyone but Lady Rento will confirm that for you. Still, it should be apparent that I'm not some great confidence man.
I think I'll help you instead of collecting your bounty.
We should go see Captain Sen right away if you're sure. Is now a fair time to go down to the gate to get me out of here?
Sure.
The only easy way out of this city is through the gate that Sen is guarding, and he's looking for me. However, if I disguise myself as a mercenary and sneak past him, I might just get away. But you have to help me by distracting him. Just tell him that I've already escaped, and I'll get away just fine.
Of the Final Fantasy 12 guy? I wouldn't be surprised. I'm sure a lot of these voice actors did a lot of roles in this era. It's all professional voice actors, right?
There's progress in the search for creative Yukon. A scholar ran out of the Scholar's Garden after talking to you. Tell me you have good news.
So the Yukong's right over there. Your Yukon has left the city.
How did he get past me? He couldn't access a flyer. What is that man doing? Are you certain he's gone? Would a bit of silver jog your memory? What do you say?
Investigation made clear he's already slipped away.
Look at that tart swinging her hips for that mercenary. I can't see how Yukon slipped past us. Did he bribe one of my agents somehow? Well, the Imperial Army has more silver than some confidence man, if you take my meaning.
What did he possibly offer me? He's gone. There's no point catching him.
Well, if you say so. Despite Lord Rento's insistence to the contrary, I doubt he was a master criminal. Perhaps I'll just declare Yukong's bounty a dead matter. Is there anything else that the Imperial Army can do for one of our fine citizens?
I should go.
Right you are. Remember to keep an eye out for anyone suspicious.
We're almost maxed out. Let's use this paralyzing palm. Seems like it'd be useful, especially against things that are weak or that are strong against our sword, like ghosts or demons. Well, not demons, ghosts. Increasing duration seems to be the only thing that'd be like super worth it there. Maybe speed increase. Alright, before we go any further, good time to take a quick break. So let me stop the timer here for a minute. Alright, I'm gonna grab a drink, get rid of these dishes and stuff. I'll be back in a few minutes. We shall continue on. So, right back in a bit.